Happy Sunday, everybody. This is episode 31 of the Morning Roast. On gear with me, I have Mr. Sauce, Mrs. Val Marie. She wanted to play the intro again.
She loved the intro.
Then we got Mr. DJKANE with us today.
What's going on?
Miss Tiana Marie and Ace the Viz. How's everybody's week? What did everybody do?
That intro is crazy,
man. I'm trying to put the shares on. Sorry, people.
Sauce, what did you do this week?
Oh, so much shit has happened. Like immediately after our last episode, I was turning around a corner. I was getting off the freeway. I was turning a corner, and I got into a motorcycle wreck.
Oh. No way.
What?
Yeah, serious.
You have a black eye. I see that now.
No, this ain't no black eye. This is a sty.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm dead.
You make it sound like I got into like a fucking fight with my bike.
I don't know.
No. So I was coming around and there was an oil slick and I'm just like, oh shit,
nice.
Here we go. This is gonna happen. So I braced myself and the bike, I kid you not, it went one side first, bounced, and then landed on the other side. I managed to get away with just a bruise on my foot.
Oh, that's not bad.
How's your bike?
It's not total, is it?
It's not total. The engine's running fine, but I'm not gonna just take its word for it just by listening to it. I have to take it in to get it looked at, and it's gonna cost me an arm and a leg to have it looked at. Not to mention some of the parts I already need to replace, like the handlebars, because that's just like misaligned now.
Oh, my necklace is on backwards. Shit.
Now that attention's on Val, what did you do this week? I know you've had a pretty eventful week yourself.
I did. I showed up to a couple of interviews with a couple of my artists. Just worked. You know. I'm hungover right now.
Who's your new artist right now? Yeah, I know.
THM, Bonnie G, and Denzel Davis, and KT Gibson and Marty Parks.
Cool.
Marley Park.
Mm-hmm. So, Mr. DJ Kane, you had a house party this week.
Don't forget the 100, bro.
Mm-hmm. DJK 100.
Yeah.
That's right.
You better put the 100 on that thing.
I just look at you like the original DJ Kane.
Yeah, there's another one. You know, man, a lot of planning and, typical, pre-event party type shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stress, a lot of question answered. I crossed all my T's, dot all my I's. So the whole week was pretty much all of that.
It seemed to be a fantastic party. It was a success in my book. Like it was really good. Everybody interacted. The merch booths were a success.
All the performances
were on point.
Fire.
Everybody was on point.
I just love how it ended with the female artist.
Yeah, with Jessica Empress. That was a big surprise for everybody.
She just rocked the stage. Yeah. She killed it. Like she did amazing. She really did it for women artists here in Arizona last night.
It was fitting because she was a late add to the show. Mm-hmm. And when we had the opportunity to add her, I said to myself, and shame on me, we have no female artists on this. She absolutely has to be on this show. So we was able to get her, so it was a blessing, to get her on that show.
I didn't even know she's gonna be out there. And as soon as I seen her, I lit up. Like,
everybody did.
I grabbed Tiana like a little.
She's in Atlanta now, isn't she?
Yeah,
she is.
Atlanta.
This was her last. She said that last night was her last performance here in Arizona for a while.
Yeah.
She is moving to Atlanta, so she went out with a bang. Did
she
amazing.
So Tiana, what did you do this week?
Well, I had a lot of homework and whatnot to do. I'm back in school, so.
And what are you going to school for again?
Forensic technology.
Oh.
It should be my last semester, hopefully.
So you're going to be one of those CSI guys?
Gals, yes.
Yes.
Yep. And today would be my dad's 60th birthday if he were still here. So
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
Happy
Bob.
birthday.
Props.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Ace, what about you?
Did work. Got another 2 features this week.
Yeah.
Got like another kind of R&B track. Dope. So I'm like, oh, after, you know what I mean, doing time, you know, it's like, oh, I could do shit like this, you know. It's not, before I was so close-minded that I just do like straight gangster trap, like go. No, I could literally, whatever. Give me a call. I came up with a goal. I talked with Bonnie T last night. Trying to be the most cameoed and featured artist this year. I'm on track already. I think I'm already probably like 5 videos deep just already this year. So and so let's keep going. So anybody who's doing a video, holla at the business.
May 18th, where Denzel's doing a video.
Well, shit, I'm
Wait,
there.
hold on. March 18th, sorry. So March 18th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Anybody wants to show up for that, Painted Tigers. So
I'm there. Yep.
let's do
Wait,
it.
what video is that?
It's a Denzel Davis.
Oh, okay.
So let's go back and talk about the Ratchet House party.
Yes.
We'll talk
Let's
about
talk
the shit they
about
got last
it.
night.
So when Val asked me, you know, come on the show, she said, we want you on the show, so just in case it's a fucking train wreck, we got you. Or if it's extremely successful, we got you. Either way, I'm committing to talk about some shit that might get fucked up. But I'm glad it went right, you know. I'm glad it was good.
It went more.
You know.
That shit was really good.
Yeah, shout out to
you on the roll.
all the artists, man. At the end of the day, man, the artists made this. I can say I'm very vocal about Arizona and its lack of organization. So it was important for me to put this event together because I could show you better than I could tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You did just that.
I can show you better than I can tell you. I never ever believed in like cutting corners when doing anything, because if you cut corners, your edges ain't sharp. You feel me?
No.
So, you know, I did this back in California. Shout out my cousin Freddie Hot Sauce. You know, I gotta give him credit. He taught me everything I know as far as promoting. Back in California, the Bay Area where I'm from, DJs throw parties. We don't sit around and wait for somebody to book us. We active DJs.
You guys make moves, basically.
We move. DJs gotta move. You know, you're not helping sitting at the house. Make something happen. You know all the artists. Put something together. You know what I'm saying? You making money out here. Take some of that money you making from all these bookings. Go and pay the best artists that you can and put together something amazing. Because a lot of people in this game, they just take and take and take and take, and never give anything back. Shout out to everybody that booked me prior to this event. That money went into bills, Preem, all these artists, and I was able to give you this. Again, shout out to the artists. I got professional artists, so I had all the music before the show.
And that's a big plus.
I've been bitching about that since I've been here. You know, don't come up to me asking me in the middle of a show to get some shit out my email. It's unprofessional.
Either that or using a phone at least, because you should already have it sent in prior.
You knew about the show, I don't know how long.
Yep.
Or at least a flash drive.
At least, bro, at the very least. But it feels good, because there's a lot of shit that can go wrong at a show. It feels good to at least know that all the artists' music is playable. You have it, it's in a folder, it's ready, it's organized, it's nice and neat.
You have a glitch during the song, something, you know what I mean?
I said, send me all your songs, put a 1 dot title, 2 dot title, just how you want to go. When they pop up in the Serato, songs automatically pop up in order.
And everything was super smooth last night. Super smooth.
Super. Like the rotation of the artists just like flowing, like getting on stage when they needed to, you know, you weren't searching for nobody, and it was just so professionally done. It just went in rotation.
Dealing with professionals.
Yeah. What was your most memorable moment of last night?
I'm gonna be real with you. The most memorable moment for me was the organization, because it's most important for me. I don't have fun throwing my own parties. It's for everybody else to have fun. My job is to make sure that everybody's having fun. I don't play. I don't drink. I don't smoke in my events. That's not my time to do that. My time is to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to make sure everybody else is having a good time. That's important. I don't have a good time till the show's over.
And that's facts. I mean, even before we even got in there and we were waiting for the show to even, the area to even open because they were working on the stage still. I offered him a joint and he was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my gosh. Speaking of stage, shout out to the Block Studio for having that stage ready in like less than 24 hours basically.
Shout out to the Block for real.
Yeah,
they really got that stage done less than 24 hours, and that's awesome.
And it turned out really good too.
Yeah.
It was
It's a good
nice.
stage.
Yeah,
It's a
good
good stage.
stage.
Like everything was the equipment was, like the sound quality was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it just made everybody look good. The lighting with the smoke.
Yeah.
I done seen some pictures that TC took, of just
Mm-hmm.
random pictures, and like the moment man just made everybody look so good.
I mean, it was just-
it was
That's the whole
great.
point.
It was
That's the whole
like
point.
it was like such good vibes. Like nobody fought, nobody argued,
No.
nothing. Like it's like everybody put politics aside for the night, just
There's a
came together.
lot of respect, a lot of people that needed to be respected in the building at the same time. So you wouldn't dare go into an event like that with the people that were there and do some wild shit.
I've been to a lot of events, and I gotta say, literally, I think you're probably like
This
the
is
only
right now the
DJ
best event of the year.
that
I'm
does
getting-
that.
so-
Like, I can go to an event and I know it's
Yeah.
gonna be so turned and it's gonna be safe.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's no cap. Like, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but you're doing it right, and everybody needs to follow your steps, man.
I got a lot of inboxes. It was the best party of the year. I said, nigga, it's barely March.
Because I'm telling you, I'm like, all this.
That's
what I'm
all
saying.
the
So
time.
far, it's the best part of the year.
Like, you're setting the pace. Like
Yeah.
I haven't gone. This is the second thing that you did.
I want this shit. I want this shit to be copied. If somebody needs a blueprint, call my phone. I don't do this shit for real. I do this shit for Arizona.
They really need a blueprint.
I want this shit to be copied.
This is the change that we're asking for. It's beautiful.
I want to go to an event like this and not have to be working the motherfucker. I want to go hang out, bullshit, and go to some shit that's
But
safe.
you
and
already
fun.
know at an event like that, they're gonna book you for a DJ, so you know that's gonna
I
happen.
mean, we got to get some more DJs that throw parties. I think, DJs throwing parties is a thing that I don't really see out here. They just sitting at home waiting to be booked.
Yeah.
You need to be networking to the point where you could put artists on. You making money out here. Put it back. Give them something. But at the same time, I'm not in a position in life where I'm keeping my lights on with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to feed my kids with this shit. I'm culture building with it. You book me, this shit's going right back into something else. Hopefully, somebody you call me, you all need help. I got you. Give you a dope event. Put another promoter on, a DJ on. Now we got
all the equipment that you had there, flawless equipment. Everything looked fantastic from like how.
Arizona bought that.
Yep.
Everybody who booked me bought that.
Shout out to everybody in Arizona.
I think like you're saying you ain't eating off this. This is,
No.
you know what I mean? A lot of people are, and I think that's what the biggest problem. Like they want to do all that like little shade, cut corner because that's they trying to eat.
You gotta cut corners to save $1, but you're not putting out nothing great. So really, what's the point? I'll never do something every week, ever. I want to keep the shit special. Maybe somebody else can do something every month, and I'm doing. Now we got 2.
So you said you were gonna do these every like few months.
Every quarter.
Every quarter. So like four parties a year.
With Arizona opening back up now and stuff like that, and COVID letting up, like, where do you see, like, how do you see your next events going with COVID opening back up? Do you see them like indoors, outdoors still? Like,
we have no idea. I have no idea. I'm gonna start working on it. Probably, I'm gonna take some time, go to Vegas for a week, come back, start working on the next one.
Ace, what was your most memorable moment of the last
night? I'll be right back, y'all.
My most memorable night,
sorry about that.
I didn't even know.
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
Evil microphone fire!
What's going on with you?
Okay, that was weird.
Maybe you should turn it down.
I'm doing that.
We apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We're having issues.
Everything's finicky today.
Yeah, everything's on the fritz.
Everything's finicky today.
Everything's picking up the speaker.
Yeah, you hung over two boarded. I got you. Muzzy's here.
Well, on my day, Bill's got me on a little flick. Just Empress on my last year in Vegas. She did that same song, rocked the fucking crowd in Vegas. She comes out there, does it the same shit again, and I'm up over there like, I don't dance. She had me like,
yeah, get down.
Yeah,
it's hot as fucking here.
It gets harder.
Yeah, so yeah, that was hella memorable. I'm like, you had niggas that don't dancing. So
yeah.
Shout to Just for.
I mean, shit, I was dancing.
Everybody was in the vibe.
That's my way I like,
So the fire. So Josiah Brown.
Oh man, we can talk about all of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, the fires.
No, it just the artists. They decided to step it up.
It was good shit though.
Yeah. Again, I gotta credit the artists. They all put on a great show.
It was awesome, he came out with his hula hoops, and the fire girl came out with her hula hoops.
It was an interesting twist.
It was an interesting twist, Joseph Bills came out with his dancers, some special guests.
That was dope.
It was really dope, you know what I'm saying?
Variety. I feel like, it was a real show.
Mm-hmm.
It was a real show.
The crowd was like so into it, into it. Everybody was dancing.
There was an adult moment, like a
lot
of shows where people
no.
kind of have they back to other artists and stuff. Like everybody had their full attention to every single artist.
When the show was over, people were still there.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of shocked at that. Maybe they didn't know it was over. I don't know.
Everybody was a little lit.
Yeah, we had a good time, man. I hope to do this again. This is as far as I go by myself. It's time to get a team. I felt that last night. As a matter of fact, I felt that all week.
It would be a lot easier.
It was good because your family stepped up.
I mean, kind of like I forgot who his name was. Dude was saying the same thing to you. You need to get yourself a team behind.
No, that's my boy. That's my right hand man.
What's his name?
Holiday DiBiase. Me and him started Black Crown together in California. We as artists, we went to Miami. We went all the way up the ladder, man. We were asked to write. Our management situation wasn't good at the time, so it fell through. But
he's a smart cat, though.
No, he's really smart. Me and him, we both businessmen, both family men, businessmen. We hold ourselves to a standard. We see how everybody else moves, just with the corner cutting, the bullshit, and bad business. Everybody gets paid. They're supposed to be paid, and they paid on time. It's just kind of our brand. It's just what we do. We run good business. We don't bring politics into nothing we do. You know what I'm saying? So whenever we do a show, we don't put you on because you asked. We put you on because you're supposed to be on this. I really hate working with people who have a lot of politicals because they try to use my events or whatever I'm doing as like a political dumping ground.
It's not.
We're not doing that.
Yeah.
So we have like just a standard of how we conduct ourselves in the industry and outside of the industry as men. You know, we take care of our kids, do the right thing, go to work every day, handle business like men. What type of dude you want your son to be? So when I conduct myself in this industry, same shit. And I like to be around people who are like that. Always on time, I'm never late, I'm first one there, last one leave the building, stay with a good work ethic, work hard, work smart, play hard. Because I play hard, but I'm going to work hard too, you know what I'm saying? Just be smart with how you do shit and think it through, you know? But like I said before, this is as far as I go by myself. Can't do it. I've been in Arizona 2 years and some change. Started off DJing for like pennies, but this is all a plan, you know? It's all a plan. Moving out here was a plan. So I'm here now, so I'm here to build
and
the
you
culture.
came pretty far too.
I don't know where I'm at.
Good spot.
I just know what I want to do, you know? So.
And you also have a podcast, correct?
Yeah. It's a storytelling podcast. Everybody got a story, man. And you sit there, and I don't even really talk. I just let people talk about themselves, bro, and it be the most interesting shit in the world.
I bet.
The most interesting shit in the world. People telling me stories about how they grew up, you know, incorporate hip hop into it, where they been, where they want to go. You know, the whole timeline from as a child, growing up, high school, college, gone to jail, setbacks, come ups, let downs, all the way up till today. And then we talk about what they want to do in the future. Everybody got a story like that, you know. It just depends on what you want to reveal. But for a lot of people, Lizzie Page told me it was therapy. It was therapy for her. And I felt that when we sat down and we talked. She had a great episode. Mr. Network had a great episode. He felt like it was therapy. You know?
I've always believed that music is like remedy for the soul, basically. If we didn't have music, we wouldn't have a way to express ourselves in different manners and in different forms and different ways.
Right, it's correct. Yeah. So, you know.
Hey, I just want to say your party last night was such a success. I don't think I've ever heard this room so quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just like so like.
Yeah, man. I'm you know, I'm humble. You know, I'm far from finished, man. Because I don't want it to be just me. You know, I want other people to have successful events. Because like I said, I want to go to some shit and not be working it. I want it because when I'm working it, I'm not having fun. I'm working. I want to, you know, experience what y'all experienced at the show. Sit down and watch some fun shit. You know, I want to do that.
Yeah, it was really fun, just you know, watching everything around us and.
I want to drink. Shit.
So, question. So, like you said, you're gonna get a team together. By next event, do you think that team will be put together?
I hope so, or at least most of it. But I'm very, very, very fickle about my people.
And it's good to be that way because
that's why I didn't just grab a bunch of people and say, "Hey, you, come here," you know.
Because if somebody falls through, you know.
It's not even. It's just, you know, in order for it to really, really work, everybody has to have their job. But at Black Crown Empire, because we have Black Crown is established in California. We're already there. We got people who do this, that, and the third. And we support each other in their personal endeavors. You know what I'm saying? So you have like a family of support for whatever it is that you do individually. You know, I don't care if you bake cakes. If you bake a cake, I'm posting that shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk about it. What do you want? You know, you come to the event, you also work the events or whatever it is that we're doing. You know, so it's a support system. It's a fraternity. It's deep. You know, we pride ourselves on things outside of the industry too, like I talked about. Good mother, good father, you know what I'm saying? You know, do the right thing. Good business ethics, you know what I'm saying? Just being solid. Because we all know it's a shortage of solid motherfuckers out here. So to know that the people you work with, you know, solid individuals, makes life a little easier. You can work better, you know. So that's what that's all about. So that's what I'm gonna be kind of. You know, I'm out here. I've been watching. Been disappointed. You don't say nothing to him, but you just watching. You might be. Oh, wait a minute. Nah. Nah, you blew it. I was thinking about it, but nah. You know. Go through that a lot. Go through that a lot. You know. So.
I mean, I think we all see it. We just, you know, it's not as critical to make something about it until it comes to the situation.
Right, and some things are organic, so you gotta let the organic aspect play into it. But also keep your antennas up, see what's what, you know, because I got plans for this team. Like the money that I make, I don't put it right back. I mean, obviously, I take my DJ fee. You know, I put money into the brand. You gotta pay the brand, the vessel that carried you. Before I was anything, I was a Black Crown member, and then DJ. Now I'm DJ in this situation, so I pay the brand. As for here, I put money aside. I don't even have a team yet, but I want to do like a Vegas trip with my squad every year for like culture build, like team building, just hang out. Hopefully, if we do enough work, shit's all paid for. You know, a little. Take your significant other, everybody's room's paid for, sit down and have dinner one night, do a little podcast in a room or whatever with everybody. You know, shit like that. So that's the plan.
So I want to go back to where you said certain things disappointed you in Arizona. So I do want to talk about Joseph Bill's performance last night. He did mention he got his $200. I also, he made it very clear on stage, he wore his $200 shirt.
I pay my bills, man.
So now, I do know that you were also the DJ at the event at Networks when all that took place. I know that the next day or right after the event, you had said some things on your Facebook talking about who said something, people were saying things about the event.
Yeah.
Kind of give us a rundown on your opinion on everything from what happened the moment you left the event to everything that happened with Joseph Bills and your opinion on that.
Well, so the Joseph Bills situation, I was unaware of the whole time I was there. So when I found out somebody getting people asking me what happened at the block party, I'm like, what you asking me for? Oh, they said Network didn't have your money and you just grabbed your shit and left. What? No, that was my time. That's the time I was booked for. That's what he had me booked for. So he offered me more money to stay longer. Prior to taking that gig, you know, I told my kids I was going to take them out somewhere. He offered me $200 to stay. I was like, can't do it, Brad. I told my babies I was going, you know, go do some daddy shit with them. So I got to roll out. So I rolled out. Then I'm getting hit with, what happened? What happened?
I mean, that's not really your fault, though. That's what he booked you for.
Yeah,
he's got to expect that if you're going to get booked for that much time, then that's how long your DJ's staying. If your DJ declines to stay longer, you can't have an issue about it.
He was fine with it.
Other arrangements.
Yeah, he was fine with it. But then, you know, the vibe of the situation was like, damn, I need to keep him longer, but I couldn't stay. But everybody assumed, or somebody decided to guess, maybe.
Assume's good.
You know, and then here we go. Now I'm running out on DJ gigs. I heard a couple different shits, bro. Like, he didn't have my money, so I left, or I got mad at him and grabbed my shit and left.
That's dumb.
Gave him his money back and said, fuck this, I'm out.
I think I actually did hear that one too.
It's crazy. And then my thing is this, nobody calls Kane. Like,
that's because they want to spread shit around until
you could just call
somebody else actually calls it.
You could just call me and ask me, bro. I'm approachable. I'll pick up my phone, shit. We can talk about it. You know, everything was good. But I was like, don't do that. Don't do that to me, you know? Then the whole situation before that with Yante not being paid for the house party, all of that shit. It was a miscommunication, you know, a little late get back on a response, I move. If you wait too long to respond to me, I'm down the road. I don't even, okay, I got, you know, whatever. I need responsive people anyway. So I was out, but that became a problem. You know, before anybody called me, everybody ran to the social media outlets to assume, you know what I'm saying? So we got that cleaned up. But I move solid, so you can throw dirt on me, the shit don't stick. I move too
Business runs elsewhere.
Yeah, you know, that shit don't stick. I move too solid, that's what I'm known for. You're not gonna hear nobody say, oh, Kane didn't pay me. I'll go in my bank account before I walk in. Too many times have I done DJ gigs out here, the promoter will pay themselves before they pay the DJ. Because that's all the money they got. To me, that's bad ethics. You gotta pay your bills.
Absolutely.
You know? So, I never understood that one. So I tend not to want to work with them cats no more. I don't talk about them. I don't do nothing. I just stay out their way. You know, unless they want to just pay everything up front. Then we talk. But you know, everything's everything. Everything's good. I'm hoping to help some other promoters. Whether they want to take advice or not, or you know, that's on them. But I'm here. I want to see Arizona win. I want to have some fun. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I want to run around the city and do a bunch of dope shit without having to work it. You know? So
absolutely. And by far right now, I would say that you're one of the best people to recommend for that kind of advice right there, especially for DJs. Like you said, there's not too many DJs going in and out.
DJs, if you out there, man, y'all need to start throwing parties. Throw parties. I mean, it was a shock to me that no DJs were throwing parties out here. Because back home, all the parties are thrown by DJs. The DJs know the artists, get the artists together. The financials work out a whole bunch of different ways, but you got this DJ, these artists, DJs breaking records that night. It's not always just on a radio platform, a podcast platform. It's at a party. There's already 200-300 people there. Break the record. You don't have to get on stage. There's my man right here. Sometimes they will get on stage and do the one song, break the record.
And that's what I loved too, was that the artists that showed up last night, like they just didn't perform and leave. Like they actually stayed like for the other performances.
And that's what was needed. That's one thing I honestly
they stayed for the other performances. Like, I'm not gonna lie, at one point I thought that Corey, after he performed, he was leaving, but I thought he had left. And to see him that he was there, like I thought that was awesome because he was one of the first performers, and then just to see how all the performers like stayed and, you know, supported one another was like amazing.
And that's what's well needed.
That happens when the event is respected.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the vibes when you walk in, you see the other artists that are there, you're curious. A lot of these events that go on, they really don't give a fuck about the other artists on this shit.
They just thing and go.
They just come up there to practice. I don't want to be no practice platform. Bring your A game. Joe Boy brought the fire out.
He sure did.
Bills don't practice on no fucking stages. He ain't practice on mine. I got his game day. I got his game day effort. I got everybody's game day effort. You know, you want to practice? I mean, you know, go do his shit. Go do his shit.
Everybody was out there. Every artist was laser focused on stage. Like,
yeah.
Was clear.
You know, I'm thinking about doing a showcase because when this event popped up, I had a lot of artists. How can I get on? When my flyer comes out, my artist is booked. But I want to give people a opportunity, like a professional opportunity. Again, I'm not going to do my events like him. I'm going to do my events like me. But in order for me to do my events like me, I need your cooperation. We're gonna do it right. Because if you want to do these house parties, which is a brand, by the way, the house party is a brand of event. I'm doing designer parties. Every party is gonna be like next level. It's not gonna be like his. You know, I want his to eventually rival mine, and then him to rival us, and so forth and so forth. Everybody, now we got a bunch of dope shit going on, and that's what we want. You know, so where the fuck was I?
Hey, you just about like y'all like no catch up, basically catch up. I'm doing this, y'all doing all this whack shit. Catch up,
and I'll help you catch up.
And it's not even hate, but like
yeah,
but straight up,
I'll help you catch up, bro. You know, I'm not. Again,
being from the Bay, where do you think Arizona hip hop is compared to the Bay? Like,
it's is
it different or is it behind? Because I hear a lot of people say it's behind, but to me, I just feel it's different.
I don't know if I think about the Bay is like
it's
culture, like
there's a lot of culture in the Bay Area. You know, you got. I don't even want to get into it. There's a lot of characters. Mm-hmm. Like you got characters in the Bay Area, people who are known for having a specific vehicle. Texas the same way. I know it's the dude in the hood that got this specific car. Everybody knows him everywhere in the city. You know, you got characters. So in the Bay Area, that's a culture. Be a character. What are you known for? Everybody is a brand. You're not just a person in society. There's something about you that everybody knows about you. You're this, you're that. You know.
I like that.
Everybody's known for something. I think Arizona, you just got to get outside of Arizona. I just wish some people from Arizona, but you can't, because it was like, I wish somebody from here would just go stay in LA and operate in the music industry. Just 3 months, heavy. Go to the Bay, 3 months, heavy. When you come back to Arizona, you're going to be like, bruh,
it's gonna click.
We gotta get it together. It's crazy because I talk to people from here, and they'll go back and forth with me about certain shit, and I'm saying, let me ask you a question. Have you ever left the state of Arizona musically? And a lot of them will say no. Oh wait, you've been to New Mexico? Okay.
New Mexico's.
It's the same
Mexico,
shit.
Yeah.
You can tell me you've been. No, have you operated in Florida? Have you operated in Texas? Have you operated in New York? Have you operated in the Bay Area, LA, for like 3 months? You go do that. You play baseball, it's like, if you ever played baseball, it's like standing in the batter's box and this dude over here is throwing 100 miles an hour. Then you get in, or this dude's throwing 80 miles an hour. You get this other dude's throwing 100 miles an hour. That 80 ain't gonna seem fast at all. Like, you can catch up with it like that. So being from the Bay Area, you come here, shit, I operate different. You'll start operating different, you know. Cleaning. It's real sloppy out here. It's real sloppy. If you just clean it up, you have better events that people respect just because of what you demand. I said, I need everybody sets in. Oh, he's serious.
With that being said, what do you think is the main thing that needs for the change?
Stop cutting fucking corners, and if you doing this shit to pay bills, get out. Not Joseph, but if I'm talking about your actual bills. Your actual bills.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I hear bills, even if it says bills, I think about bills.
Like
that's why I have to say
I'm talking about bills. I'm talking about the bills I actually got to pay, nigga.
If you're doing it to pay bills, get out, not Joseph.
Like if you over here and you gotta you feeding, you know, you need to keep your lights on with this. This is not right. Mm-hmm. It's not for you. You know, you have to team up with somebody so you guys aren't trying to feed your family with this money. There's a way this shit's supposed to go.
I agree.
You know, because if you're doing it like that, you don't cut corners. I don't even like working with people who need money. Because if you're working with somebody who needs money, they no longer have patience. Because I need it right now.
Patience is important too.
You don't have time to build anything if you got to have the money right now. You need all the money right now.
And you probably gonna give your best performance because you all over the place with it. You know?
Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of promoters out here that wake up, roll out of bed, and say, "I'm gonna throw a hip hop show and make some money."
Honestly, I can agree with that. I feel like there's a lot. I mean, since COVID, there's been a lot of like struggle with throwing certain events where they don't pan out exactly how they're supposed to be because there's not enough planning behind them.
No, it's not at all. It's not at all.
You have people that would just want to like 2 weeks, boom, throw an event together, throw a sloppy flyer
You
together
can't
and
throw an
and
event in
you
2
can't
weeks.
do
They're
that.
not going to be respected.
No.
That event will not be respected. You'll have artists come in and dirtbag that shit.
You don't have enough time to promote that either. 2 weeks.
Yep.
That's not enough.
That's because they lights finna shut off in 2 weeks.
What can I do is go get this paper? Oh yeah, I know. Let me go tag.
They about to get their shit shut off in 2 weeks, so they better bust this move real quick.
And it seems like most of the quick scheming, not scheming, those type of people only have a specific amount of people that they want to put on these shows,
Right.
and they limit it to these certain people.
No politics, bro.
No politics.
No politics, just dope shit. No politics, just dope shit. You know, I can't do that because that's the kiss of death. You start bringing politics and everything you're doing, you start putting people on that don't need to be on because this is your boy, or you just happen to like this dude. You know what I mean? Or she got a fat ass. Fuck about that.
Those aren't
she
the right
trash.
reasons.
So, that I brought entertainment.
Yeah, man. You know, bring real artists who are gonna be professional. You know.
Not clowns.
Nah, yeah, you don't want all that.
How was it when you were reaching out to the artist and you were like actually telling them they didn't have to pay you, they didn't have to sell tickets for you, that you were putting money in their pocket to come out and perform and actually get on a stage? How did they react to that?
First of all, if I asked any of them artists to pay me to get on this stage, they'd have jumped through Facebook and we'd have fought. I'm not doing that with those artists. Let's see. I think the reach out was just more kind of, I've been talking to these artists as just like just back and forth. Like me and Bills, man, we always play the pause game. You obviously don't know what that is, but
I'm waiting. I was like, pause game.
He posted a screenshot of one of our conversations. I think it was yesterday. I reposted something of his, and it didn't work. And he told me to fix it or something like that. And I said, all right, yeah, I just did it. I got it up. Pause, bruh. Oh, my bad. When you say something gay or
pause.
sexual, pause. Like
when it comes out, you know what I mean?
We was at Network's house the other day, me and my boy Holiday, it was Sativa Loud, some other cat. Somebody called Sativa thick. Like you don't call another grown ass man thick. Like
that's probably he called himself thick yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah,
So
that was right after that.
Probably became a joke for him.
Yeah,
but it is a joke.
He's like, I'm not fat, man. I'm thick.
Dude, thick. Like,
there's nothing you could say to another man when calling him thick.
You can't do that.
Yo, bro, you getting thick. Like you what? Like hold on, bro.
You can't even say pause with that. Like, hey, bro, you getting thick. Pause. Like that's fighting words still.
Yeah,
like,
don't call another man thick. But I be messing with my homies, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, you look cute today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things you ain't supposed to do is like
Angela phone when you're in the shower?
Yeah, I did that one the other day. Look, I'm busy.
Listen, I do.
No, y'all got it in the story.
Like, you know, my boy called me and I didn't want to miss his call, so you know I stick my head out the shower. Oh shit, it's holiday. Hey, what's up, man? I'm in the shower. Hey, bro, what's that noise? I'm like, I'm in the shower. He's like, bruh, hang up the phone. You talking to me naked? I'm like, my bad, bruh. Click, you know. He hung up the phone on me. Don't ever do that again. And I'm like, my bad. I know we talk about that shit.
I mean, I do it from time to time too. People call me and I'm like, oh shit, I can't miss this call, so I pick it up. And
in the shower, all sudsed up, talking to your boy.
But I'll be honest about it. Hey, I'm in the shower right now. What's up?
Don't FaceTime me on your stomach.
Yeah, don't.
With your feet up in the bag.
That right there will be like extra right there. If your boy hits you on a FaceTime and then you answer that phone on the shower,
I wouldn't do that. No,
I don't do that one.
I'm like, bro, I'm gonna fade you when I see you.
FaceTime your homeboy laying on your stomach.
Oh no.
Bro, get up. Don't FaceTime me like that. You know?
What the fuck?
What you laying in bed with the covers all on you for? Get up, man.
Got it!
You know what I'm saying? So we always play that game. We be messing with each other. But
So with your shows coming up, how are you going to determine on if it's a paid artist or if it's an artist that is going to be on another showcase for, you know what I'm trying to ask you?
I'm watching. Just watch, you know.
What are you watching for though?
There's a lot of shows going on. I pay attention, you know. I ask questions. I talk to other promoters. Whenever a show gets fucked up, I ain't gonna lie to you. I go see who was on that motherfucker. Oh, they didn't have their shit ready. Hey, don't do these shows if they about to get disrespected. Because when the shit goes down, the promoter gets blamed for a bad event. He starts talking shit about the artist that fucked it up for him.
That's right.
Facts. Artists, I'm telling you right now.
You're delayed. You delayed it.
And I pay attention to that shit. Okay, so you know, High Class had an event. He got on the mic, damn near cussed all the artists out.
Did he really?
You was there?
I was not there.
Oh, you weren't at that one?
No, I was not at that one.
There was one.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. The event where not this last event where the fight broke out.
No, not that one.
You're talking about the event prior to that one where they got shut down at the door.
Artists weren't prepared.
Artists weren't prepared, so he gets on there and he's just, I remember that now.
It's a lack of respect for the event, for the promoter, for the rest of the artists, and I will have no parts in artists who are okay doing that. You know what I mean? Be the artist that had his shit together. You know, because I don't want my events going like that.
So that's why I tell people, just in case of a rainy day, bring a flash drive.
So when the event happened like that, where artists don't turn in the flash drives or artists don't turn in the music, is it really the artist? Is it the person putting the event together? You know, I mean, how would...
It's so hard trying to get artists to follow directions, to try to get them to send the music in. It is damn near impossible unless you're dealing with professionals.
Because I know me personally, like my artists, I always make them carry a flash drive because it happened at Era Harris's event 2 years ago where, you know, an artist didn't show up, an artist wasn't prepared, and they were like, anybody want to perform? My artist was like, boom, you know, picked up a few
I do
fans.
that all the time.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be, as an artist, you have to be prepared.
That's why I let people know every performance. I'm like, hey, if somebody doesn't show,
you ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
I mean, you know, I also picked artists that I knew had my back for it being my first event in Arizona. I know you have my best interest. You also happen to be a hell of an artist, so this works out great. You know, so yeah. Now I was gonna throw the house party, got shut down by COVID last March. I had artists on that show that weren't on this one.
The show. Okay. Yeah.
So, in that time, new relationships. I saw more of the scene, had a better understanding of what's what, who's who, and I decided, you know what? I called my cousin Hot Sauce Freddie Hot Sauce. We call him Hot Sauce. He's half Mexican and black. So he was gonna call himself Two Sauce because he had two sauces on, but he decided to call himself Hot Sauce. You know, he gives me a lot of advice on stuff because he's been doing events for years, and he basically just gave me the blueprint. He said, at the end of the day, bro, really it's about not cutting corners and getting professionals. You're dealing with a bunch of professionals, the shit's gonna be professional, it's just how it goes. And people gotta stop showing unprofessional ways. Because the serious people in the city, they can't change you. All they can do is just leave you alone. You know, and then people come calling, you gotta have that conversation with them. I'll have it with you. Hey, look, man, I know you don't show up for shows. You book them and you don't pull up. You know, you don't come prepared. That's a concern.
It's like a no call, no show. It's like lacking on your job.
Have you ever came across like so many artists that probably reach out to you, try to get on your shit, and you bet you know that they.
Yeah.
You tell them like, nah, I'm not fucking with you.
At that point, I can tell them, look, it's already booked. You know, because my shit's already booked when the flyer comes out. It's already good to go.
Yeah, the flyer comes out, it's already.
I mean, if it comes to a point where artist is really in his feelings about something like that, I'll have the conversation with him. I'll be fair about it. You know, and hopefully they take it correctly and be like, yo, look, I gotta start operating different if I want to do these types of events.
I actually was in a conversation with somebody that was telling me that they're like kind of back-ending marketing for the Kirkle Bangs concert or Kirkle Cares that's coming. And I was like, oh really? And he was like, yeah, you want to put any of your artists on this and that? And I was like, well, you know, what's the, like how much are the slots? Like how they determine who's performing or what? He said the slots were $4,000. I was like, what? Yeah, like I found that so crazy. Like now how real that is or what, but like to me that was just insane. Like I couldn't believe it when
it sounds to me like they don't want to put artists on. If you don't want somebody, give them an astronomical price, you know they won't pay. That's what that sounds like to me.
Like that was just crazy for me. I was just like, really? It sounded to me like
you're not getting that big of a look for $4,000 to rock with Kirkle.
Yeah, you just gotta be.
Nothing against him, but it's
I just got word that Just Empress is down the street and she wants to come in and talk about the Ratchet House party last night.
Well, while we wait, we should go into Voice of the People.
Are we going to a song? You know.
Yeah, we
might want to go into a song. Yeah.
The longest intro in the history of the show.
I know. This is a 50-minute intro into it. I was like, you know, I'm past the song right now. Let's see.
Yeah, put on some slapper.
Yeah. I feel like because I've been seeing Whit Tucker going on his rants, and I respect that man very highly.
Oh man.
He's been going on some crazy rants because people are getting too in their feelings. So I'm gonna play his song "Too Nice." Let's go.
Too nice. Too nice for this. Too nice. Act like I ain't found that life, that's where you're mistaken. Act like you're not being dramatic, you been acting like Reagan.
Which Tucker?
Deep in the cut, Neil's one couldn't save him. One deep, but I
guess like he did this video like the day before yesterday or something about, because he made a post about him being a dirty white boy or something like that.
Who made that post?
Whit Tucker made a post about him himself being a dirty white boy or something like that, and then somebody said some fucked up shit to him or got offended or something like that, so he did this long video about, you know, how his next project's gonna be like ratchet as fuck.
Yeah.
And people can suck, you know.
I don't understand why some people say that when they get mad. Suck my, you know what I mean? I'd be like, bruh, that's like, You're doing something for them, you know?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you don't want another dude to touch
Yo.
Just imagine saying that one day and then some guy going, all right.
Word?
What?
Yeah.
Yo, Gabba
Damn. Alright, well we gonna have to get one of them pins. Alright.
We're gonna have to get another chair in here.
Here, the 600.
Come on in.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out a chair.
Alright. I'm doing this pod right now. I'm gonna go get one. I'm gonna go figure that out when I get out of here.
Another spare chair.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, hold on.
You what? Maricopa? Okay.
How'd you wake up?
Alright.
Did you sleep? Yeah, I was asleep. Yeah, I had to. That was the thing I was yelling. I was like, I gotta go to sleep. Let's go, y'all. I gotta sit down.
Scrap box full of crack rocks, stash spots, my laptops. Y'all niggas be suffering. Broke niggas don't fuck with them. I doubled up, then doubled down. Broke niggas don't understand. Gold chain full of blue ice. Dope low got a new price. Cops on me got 2 strikes. Fuck hoes that you like.
I haven't really slept. I don't think
I
he
think
has
I
either.
was like, oh, between that once I was
It's not Thanksgiving.
Big bread, I'm courtside, you nosebleeds. My pedigree is pure blood, you mixed breed. At midnight,
Your
I shine
Whataburger
bright
cup.
like Mike's glove. You might as well just take
They ain't paying us yet.
It gets me here every day.
guarantee it's gonna get ugly.
You pay them, they don't pay us.
Right through your left side like Pablo.
Once you get into his name,
Traffic
don't
content right around the block.
Oh my god, that works better.
We got beef, it's no talk, just gunplay. Omerta, we don't rat in this thing of ours. My punchlines like Kimbo in the backyard. Sum me up in one word, I say relentless. When you meet Jamaica, tell that motherfucker that Smokey sent ya. What the heck, Becky, is you talking about? Hoping praying something's gonna take me out.
Who?
I don't know if they're gonna be still serving because it's so late.
He's a good kid, man. He just made a mistake, but we got him on last night.
Like a business with like a pot. They can get pot pills and you got like
Too nice for that. Too nice. I swear up and down, left and right, too nice for that. Too nice.
Boy.
I know it's a lot over there, bro.
It's finicky.
Yeah.
Well, we're back and we got just the Empress in the building. How was your night last night?
My night was amazing. I feel like
You did fantastic.
thank you so much. You were out there, I didn't even see you out there.
I was there.
Like,
I was
I saw you.
I was mainly by my booth, but I was out there when you were out there.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so
That's
much.
right.
Yeah, everybody's been giving me great feedback, and it was really an exhilarating, time, one of my top moments, I would say.
Can we get some feedback from you how it was working with Kane from the beginning when he first contacted you to going out to the event, how it ended with you?
Yeah, like it was really organized. He had hit me up before I even got here, so he was like, "I see you're coming," because I just post and make sure to let people know.
Pause.
And then he was like, it's a slot, for you. Can you work that out? And I'm like, yeah, definitely. So
when I saw the date you were coming out here, it hit me. Bro, I have no female artists on this show. Shame on me. I sat back and I said, this is terrible. Gotta get Jess. She gonna be out here, gotta get her.
Yep.
I'm surprised nobody hit me on that.
Why?
I didn't have no females on there, bro. You can't do that.
I said, that's the first thing I said. I said, oh, I'm the only female, okay. Like, I never said that.
I'm surprised nobody, all these female artists out here, nobody checked me, you know?
Not a lot of them are doing shows right now either.
Man.
That's why I'm like really glad that at least just Empress came through. Like that was just very convenient.
I just like how you ended it. You know what I'm saying? Being the only female artist that performed last night, and then you ended it like with a band. Like you had the whole crowd going.
Wow. Yeah, thank you. I just since they said I knew him, I was like, I'm going to have to turn it up because I'm leaving on Wednesday. So.
And you're moving to Atlanta?
Yeah, I already moved there. I've been there for the past 4 months. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I just knew I had to, put on the show.
Passing through.
Yeah,
I gotta make it out there. I got some fam out in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's definitely a good move out there. I'm kind of glad I wasn't there this past weekend because it was All-Star Weekend.
Oh, okay.
So it was like packed full. Like they overcharging for everything.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
So I was just like, it was a good move for me to be here because I could focus a little bit more and not have to get caught up in all the hype because.
Tell us
that was good.
Tell us about your competition on Raising the Bar in Atlanta and how that went for you.
Yeah. No. So I had saw a flyer on Instagram and I just went to the person's name on the info and I started liking his stuff and then he messaged me and he was like, "Are you an artist?" Bet. He was like, "You should get on here." It was like a fee and he was basically saying the judges, Drummer Boy Fresh and Genius Boy, and they were looking for artists to put on the BET soundstage. So I really don't know the end all details of that, but we'll get more of that. But yeah, that's your opportunity. So I just went there, put 2 of my tracks together on the set, and they was they fucked with me. They picked me out of 30. It was like 30 other artists, top 5 type thing. So BET soundstage in August. And then they're coming out here. 27th. So he was like, yeah, we're doing a tour. Like, we're going around. He was like, we're actually going to Arizona. He was like, help us promote and do, things like that. It's going to be perks for whenever. He's like, just promote. He was like, whoever tag them if they're, worthy of getting on the stage. So I know a lot of artists, like, working with DJ Pets and throwing all these events and, having showcases so much. I've met, like, hundreds of artists. So I have my few that I really I'm close to and that always support me and we support each other. So I tagged them and made sure, they saw, the opportunity. And everybody I had, send them a message, kind of tell them like what they're looking for and just to be ready. So.
And you're born and raised Arizona?
Nope, I'm from Canton, Ohio.
Canton, Ohio? Okay. How long were you here in Arizona?
I've been in Arizona since 2010, so about 10 years, yeah. I'm back and forth from school and college. And when I graduated in 2014, I moved out here permanently. So.
And what made you, obviously to further your career, but what was the final decision when you're like, okay, I'm done with Arizona and Atlanta? Like, what put you in that position?
Yeah, like I said, on this last interview I did with Certified Savage Show, my granddad passed away. I lived with my grandparents in Sun City, and, that's how I kind of, maintain my balance. I had them to keep me grounded, you know what I mean? I was living with them, so I was able to do my music and still be healthy at home. But, he passed away, and kind of everything changed. My grandma had to move back to Ohio where she could be helped take care of, and everybody kind of left. My parents even moved back. Everybody moved back. Yeah.
Damn.
They moved back a little bit before, so it was just like, wow, everybody's gone. My sister's here in college, so I kind of was just like, let me stay for a little bit longer. But I kind of was just lost, trying to. Everything reminded me of him. It was just a lot to take in, and it's different out there. So I was like, why don't I go? And he was going to take me there. He was going to drive me there. He was going to take me there. But, things happen. So Grandma was like, you need to go there still. So I was like, fine, I'm going to go. And I just took my car and went. Packed my stuff up.
So I know that you said last night was your last performance in Arizona.
Yeah.
How real is that? Do you you know what I mean?
How real is that?
You come back, man.
Is that,
you'll come back.
Do you have plans for 2021 that is going to keep you away from Arizona, not being able to come back to visit for a while? And because I know that you do work, because I first heard about you through KT and Bonnie and them, when they had hit me with the Raising the Bar, because they'll be performing on March 27th at that here. So they had hit me with that, and that's when they had first told me about you. Yeah. And so now that I know you're in Atlanta, it's like, what are the moves? So you just don't plan on coming back? Because you said it last night. That's why I was kind of what made you say it like that?
It's just, I don't want to keep holding on. I had to come back and finish some things that I already started. I was unable to finish when I was here, you know, after, you know, just grieving. And I just don't want to, like, keep holding on, but I just can't, like, Arizona shaped me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I, like, changed being here. So it's one of those things I feel like it's my second home. So I just feel like now, though, this year is things I need to focus on in Atlanta and not keep, you know, coming back and forth unless it's the business is, you know, right. That's really what it is. But yeah, I'm moving back, don't worry.
What advice do you have for artists that are trying to leave Arizona?
It's gonna be tough, you know. Just don't be afraid. Like, a lot of people are just afraid to see what's out there, afraid to do things on their own, afraid to be alone. And it's like those are things you just gotta kind of grow into yourself and kind of learn yourself enough to want to do it. It took me a long time to quit my job and actually focus on this full time. Like, I quit my job in 2019, October, and then the pandemic hit. And I'm just like, I could have kept the job, you know what I mean? But it was like really weird because like I was trying to move to Atlanta then, and the job was being weird about it, even though I already worked from home for a year. I've been there for 5 years. I'm a 5 out of 5 employee. It was just like really weird how they were just like trying to deviate from the goal that we already set. And I was like, I felt really sick. Like, it made me physically feel sick. And I was like, no. And I came back from Georgia because I was in Georgia telling them like, hey, I'm here. And they're like, no. And I just went back and I quit. And then from there, that's when the growth I think really came because I had to really focus and like make sure I could survive. You know, so hey, I just say be focused and really like if you believe in yourself, like that's all that matters. You believe in yourself, you're gonna do it. So
I know last night when we saw you performing, or we saw that you were getting on stage. Ace was really excited to see you go on stage. So Ace, do you have any questions for her about last night or anything?
I'm like, shit, she already knows. As soon as I see her, I was like,
he did.
You didn't know she was performing. You didn't know she was performing.
I didn't. I'm like, I just thought you were in the building.
Wow.
And then, so I'm like, last time I seen her like perform was in fucking Vegas, and I was like, oh shit, like. Benji gets on stage, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I was fully, you know, in tuned in. And I'm like, it was literally the best performance of the night. So.
Wait, she performed in Vegas when we all went?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You didn't know that?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was weird out there.
So that's the second time I
It was definitely weird.
It was
like,
because like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
It was a wild time.
Like, you know.
Oh, okay.
Booty flying in top of vehicles and stuff. That was.
Yeah. That did happen.
You have to bring that up. Oh my god.
Because like she like the car was at least going 30 miles an hour. This chick came out of the sunroof, sat on top of the car, like shaking her ass on top of the car while it was driving.
I was like, why'd you post this? It was like, this is Vegas shit, right?
I was like, that's your car.
Touchdown Arizona in 2 minutes.
Yeah, it went
She
like.
was
That was wild.
that was special.
Yeah, she was definitely special.
I was just waiting for her to like fly out the car.
I wish I was in that car so I could be gradually consumed
I
at
think I
least.
still have the
You
video.
know, hey, that's cool, but are you alright?
Was it a twerk or was she?
There was a twerk.
Oh my god.
Out the sunroof.
I don't think it was a twerk.
Shit, that's a
I think the air made that twerk, you know? Because we were going so
No, she was bouncing ass. She was bouncing ass.
Man,
she was all like.
that's a designer twerk.
Yeah.
It was something.
We were going like 70 miles down the highway, mind you know?
Oh, it was 70? I thought it was like 30.
No, we was going.
Jesus.
We were barely in the venue. They're like, check this out. Like,
I know.
What was crazy was
We just got back to the hotel.
What was crazy is because I was the only one that had my phone ready, and they were like, Val, record. And like when I went out the sunroof to record her, because she was in the other vehicle, like the wind was blowing my phone, so I was like, oh my god, I can just imagine that.
You gotta find the video. I know you have it.
I thought
It's
somebody
something.
do some crazy shit.
Yeah, you guys got a video of some girl getting hit with something last night?
Oh, no, you have that. I swear you have it.
The hula hoop.
We got
my gosh,
but
she
you have a
got
video of a
hit.
chick getting hit with a hula hoop.
She got
That's what I asked.
No, it was not the one.
No, it was so. Well, this is the after. You know what I mean? I'm like, everybody was like,
It
"Ooh!"
was
So I ran a bogus.
hilarious.
Oh yeah, it was funnier after. She was she fell out, said she was hurt.
That drunk hit her quick when that hula hoop hit her in the face.
So you got it.
Yeah, we got out after.
Somebody got to pay it.
They were a whole, them two were a whole character the whole night. They were
shout out to A-Love.
After she got hit with that hula hoop, she absolutely lit up.
I can't see that.
What you mean by lit up?
Like she was a whole new person. Whole new person.
So that shit switched her personality.
Yeah, something like that. It changed something deep inside of her.
So that's why my granny used to smack me like that.
Well, yeah. What did you feel? What was your? How did you feel the vibes in there? Like compared to? It was good vibes. Right?
Oh my gosh, amazing vibes. Like, everywhere I went, I'm like, oh my gosh, like people I haven't seen in a long time, and it was so good, and everybody was just chilling. Everybody, you could tell everybody loved each other there. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was just, I'm here for so and so. I'm here, I can't wait to eat. It was just really good energy. So I was just like very happy that it went how it went. Regardless, like you said, the police was coming, like they trying to mess it up. Like,
Did that happen?
We're actually good.
I never saw
them. They said the police was here. Yeah, they kept saying that.
Yeah,
they were trying to scare us.
They were on the side street.
There was one cop. They weren't messing with nobody. I walked outside a couple times. Yeah.
I think they were just trying to like make sure shit, if shit popped off.
Yeah.
I didn't see them like they was in their cruiser.
They were just concerned because the last few times it got shut down.
I'm not gonna lie, there was two friends that did start getting into it in the front, but they took care of that really quick. But that was like the only thing that was, and Cricket from the block, he was just like, I hate when friends get drunk, like they're best friends. And
that's right. You argue for no reason.
But other than that, I mean, that was the end. They the security handled that real quick and.
Oh, bro, were they ladies?
No, they were guys.
They were guys?
No,
okay.
I'm surprised.
It's funnier.
Yeah, sometimes guys just be like heated, like don't really mean it.
It's funnier when it's women, right? Because we saw that.
They'll be hugging like 30 seconds later.
No, that was bad. I'm just saying, like usually when girlfriends get into it, they end up crying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
somebody's like really pissed, yeah.
And I just be watching, laughing. Look at these two knuckleheads.
That's why I love
was
watching
just fighting
people.
2 seconds ago. Look at you, tears.
I absolutely love watching people like on the sidelines. It makes my day because I get to see some silly ass shit go down.
Yeah,
people
all the
these
time.
two nuts.
People watching us too.
What are you goons doing?
I always end up crying.
Tiana, do you have any questions for?
No, not that I can think of. She said performance was great. I thought it was the best one too.
I just love it. I love it. I was
Thank God we had to go last. It was perfect.
It was perfect. It was perfect. It was definitely perfect. Definitely some woman power up in there. You know what I'm saying? Really good. Everybody
Had to have her close out the night.
It was the best way to go out.
Sauce, you quiet over there? Any questions?
Yeah.
Actually, I do have a question. Like, what the fuck happened last night?
Listen, we're gonna find this video and we're gonna take a clip of that because you have the full force like you have the back like this with her back facing you.
Yeah, she did the first hula hoop around the body, and then she started getting this arm, and then right when she started trying to get people go, the right one
flew off, and then it went. That shit.
So
right next to
Oh
the
my
girl,
God.
so I saw it like this. I was like, oh
I don't know if y'all was like me, but you know what I mean. I'm like. Sorry. I haven't seen nobody do no fire shit like this.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people that was around me, it was the same thing.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of people were mesmerized.
What's been
they don't see
wrong?
that unless it's
That's
a rape.
I'm like, okay, is she finna fuck up?
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to wish that up on her, but the entire time
It was amazing.
Is she finna burn herself? Like it's not
Right.
I was just glad that it was not the fire hula hoop.
Yeah,
That was
right.
me.
I'm like, fire.
no.
it was just a regular. It was the only thing that wasn't on fire.
Wow.
Was a hula hoop.
I will say it did hit the perfect person.
Because anybody else probably would have been like,
that shit lit up her night.
Yeah. She was funny.
Yeah, because anybody else would have been fighting worse.
Yeah.
All in the head, and she dropped too. Like I'm like, it probably hit her hard.
Yeah, but it hit
but
her.
she hit her.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
She straight
She needed to
aligned
be in a
last
movie or
night.
something. That acting was on point.
Yeah, she was a good sport about it. You know what I mean? So
It feels good to see people have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody had a good time.
I just don't know, it's good to try to create those types of vibes with people having a good time. It's good to see. A lot of people going through things, you know what I mean? So to see people smile, laugh, and dancing is like
excited to see one another. Want to be
I
there
love
all the
that.
time.
Make me want to do a show every week.
Right, literally. Set vibes like that.
Everything was just perfect.
Yeah, we had a good time, man.
It was an ample amount of seating. You know, it wasn't like too many seats, not enough. I feel like it was good because it just forced people to just interact for real. But we all knew each other, so it was like, why not? You know, it was a good.
I mean, there were quite a few new faces.
Yeah,
but
definitely
like,
new people.
There was really nothing ratchet about it. You know,
unless just our performances definitely was ratchet. All of our performances was ratchet. Sure.
Okay.
But like the people out there, they weren't, you know,
it was
like that.
I believe I saw a lot of people networking. You know what I'm saying? Talking together. You know, moving around. People weren't in their little cliques. That's what I liked about it. People were actually like moving around and talking with different people and networking as Arizona should. You know, not be cornered off into your own little space.
It was a trip. A lot of the people who had major issues with people didn't show up.
Yeah.
They knew.
I noticed
they
that.
knew we, need them issues.
A lot of people who had, I don't fuck with so and so. They stayed their asses at home.
I noticed that.
You know what I mean?
Because there were like there were distinctive people that did show up, and then there were other people that didn't show up. It was kind of obvious.
That's what happens when you just run around and got an issue with everybody in the city.
Yeah, it's a waste of energy.
Having to stay at the crib.
Well, on behalf of my artist Jacob, he did want me to thank you and Joseph Bills for giving him the opportunity to get on stage last night. He had a lot of fun doing Balenciaga with Bills.
That song was fire too. I did have to. That one stuck with me a little bit.
So yeah, he did want me to thank you for.
Jacob's young.
Yeah.
How old is he? He's a young cat.
He's like 25.
Yeah, I didn't know he was that young. That's dope.
You know, I liked it because he's, he had been going through some stuff, and he's finally, clearing that up where he's, we're making better moves and getting him on stages and stuff now, and like his performance last night to me, was amazing compared to when he was last on stage. I think was like no, I'm wrong. He was on stage at the hip hop festival, but like I just think like every time I see him on stage, he's like getting better and better. And last night, he was able, Sativa came up to me and he was like, wow, I was impressed. He was real impressed. So I did have a lot of people coming up to me and letting me know that they were impressed. He got to network a little bit, So. Oh,
I gotta shout out my boy AR.
Oh yeah. He was showing a lot of love last night.
Yeah, he flew out from San Francisco. Got him out here, put him up in a hotel. Just to get him, because I know the city is shut down. He ain't been busy, so I was like, look, I'll put you in a room, bro. I'll get y'all a nice little joint at the Kempton downtown, and come out and rock. I think I'm gonna do that whenever I throw a show. Try to get somebody from out of town, at least one. It's good to keep an open door to the outside.
Yep.
Let people in.
Go back and talk about what they just experienced.
Network with people here.
It was lit in Arizona.
You have that's what artists have. That's what promoters. To me, that's what promoters and people that are putting shows together need to do. Like they need to understand. Like in order to expand out of Arizona, like you have to bring people from that are outside of Arizona in. Like
you have to have keep a highway in and out.
Because then those people are gonna come and they're gonna stream live. They're gonna be showing your show, and then like those artists that are on stage are gonna get exposed.
I think my boy Holiday was there with me. He's in California. He had a conversation with Bills and Preem, and we want to try to start working on getting artists here up to the Bay Area, Oakland, San Francisco, maybe even Sacramento. I'm from up there, so we got.
It's funny to say that too, because like I'm starting to go down there once a month.
You going to the South?
Yeah, I know.
like California is so big.
It's
in the
huge.
Bay Area, when people say, I'm going to LA.
Oh no, I'm not going to LA.
It's two different walks.
It's two different.
You're not going that far from LA. You're going to Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to LA.
That's LA.
Oh, is it?
That's LA County. So I mean, like
I don't know any better.
No. You going to the Bay, like you going to deep California. That's deep California. You know what I mean? So you know how I think of it like the ocean. You first get into the ocean, you see all the regular shit, You go way down deep, shit start getting weird.
See, I love Florida beaches the most, though.
You start getting into them characters, you start seeing some shit.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Texas to open up too. See how that goes. You know, I've been wanting the same thing for Texas and Arizona. It's like, you know, bring some Texas. I'm originally from San Antonio, but I network a lot with people from Houston and Austin
and that's good to have a pipeline.
And Dallas.
You know, where you from, you here, keep that connection so you can work between states. You can send people there or link them up with people there, link people up, you know, and you can go back and forth with it. It's always a good thing, you know. So that's something I want to keep doing.
That's what people have to understand. Like, this is not an industry to make enemies. You know what I mean? You don't want to make enemies.
It's not necessary.
You want to network. There's so much to go around. You know, for everybody
feelings.
To want to like
a lot of people are going to be
in
disagreement with certain things, and a lot of people aren't going to rock with you the certain way that like other people do. But if you get into your feelings about it, then it's taking it to a different direction. If you have to apply feelings to something that's business related, you don't belong in it in the first place. And I feel like a lot of people coming in are not only not prepared, but ultra sensitive about certain things, and are not prepared for that constructive criticism.
And everybody has their own audience, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, there's different solar systems out here.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
They're trying to bring them all together.
Now that I know it's locked in, and I have, you know, April 17th, you know, I'm putting on a show too, and you know, and that show's gonna have whole different artists, you know, that are already locked and booked, which that lineup will be coming out either this week or next week, you know, depending when I decide to throw out the lineup. But that lineup is gonna be just as epic, you know, but it's a whole different
solar system.
A whole different solar system, giving everybody an opportunity.
Right? Like different solar systems out here.
And
tapping all of them. You know, it's gonna be dope, man. I want to see more events. Like I said, I'm running my mouth out here about these events out here in Arizona. So, like I'm saying, it's better. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Exactly.
You know, and then we can talk about it. If somebody need, I'm helping everybody. I just want to see a bunch of dope shit. You in Atlanta, so you already know what it's supposed to look like.
Is it different? I mean, obviously it's different, right?
You already know what it looks like.
Did you feel like a little? Like, what did you feel when you went out there? Like,
kid in the candy store, man.
Well, I was going out there visiting beforehand, like staying with my cousin and meeting new people and making connections. So when I came back and actually moved there, it would make more sense. And when I got there, right away, I was able to audition for, it's called the Playlist Academy, and basically we have A&R, a stylist, a videographer, graphic designer, photographer, everything we kind of need on one is me and like 8 other artists.
Don't that shit just scream structured?
Like I was like, yo, I actually have a presentation to do. Like they want me to make a plan about my music as if labels are already reaching out to me, and how I'm gonna release music and gain my followers, and you know all the different things I need to do so they can want to, you know, sign me. So that's our homework, and then we have a meeting with a lawyer to, you know, go over things and ask specific questions. Like everything is just coming in line for me now. Like I've done the music part of it, now I'm focused on the business part of it, and I feel like I've found people that are really honing and teaching me on that, and they know what they're doing. They're responsible for artists that are signed, you know, and you know, making waves in Atlanta and all over. So it's just like I'm like, I just feel like I'm just getting closer and I'm just learning more. Like that's just really the goal for me. I want to make sure I could be profitable, brand myself the right way, and make it make sense. You know, make it make sense.
Right.
And what artists from Atlanta do you want to do a feature with? Or in general, what?
Shit, there's probably so many.
Yeah, it's a lot.
There's so many.
It's a lot of them that are so good that like rock with me. Like they want to do features with me. You know, I don't know yet. Like, I'm just kind of going with the flow and kind of seeing what comes my way and what lines up.
See, now I ain't been to Atlanta for music, but I feel like there's a lot of structure. Like that academy, That's what Arizona really needs to start paying attention to, stuff like that, where the culture's really thriving, and look at what they're doing, you know, and emulate.
Exactly.
This whole game is about emulation.
Exactly.
It's all about emulation, and it just seems to me like structure and organization. And I'm pretty sure you can't go to Atlanta and be one of them artists that's just sloppy. It's just too much competition.
Yeah, it's way
you have to
too
be
competitive. Everyone's good.
See?
Like, it's like, yo, I haven't like heard a terrible artist. Like,
damn. See?
I really be like, yo, and it just makes me want to go harder because I'm just like, you know, I gotta keep it popping.
It's that challenge.
It's literally, yeah.
And when you're in that type of situation, the last thing you want to be is unprofessional and sloppy, because then you fall right off a cliff right there. Pow, you're done.
Yep. They be asking all the time, you got this copyright yet? Like, they ask about your business stuff, and that's the first thing they ask about. It is very structured.
Gotta be. I try to, if I can't, you know, can't change everything, but I can try to create whatever I'm doing, create the structure within that. You know, that's the least I can do. And maybe it'll be emulated. Hopefully somebody else tries to do the same thing. Shit, I'll help them. Because we need that. Tell somebody else, each one teach one.
Right. You never know who's connected to who that can help the artist go through way. Just
next thing you know,
link up.
We half Atlanta because we just got a bunch of legit shit going on.
I'm always telling wherever I'm at, I'm always telling Phoenix is thriving, Phoenix is thriving. Like,
Good bunch of good artists.
Yeah, I'm always
a lot of good artists.
making sure that they check in for Phoenix, because why not? You came from there? Yes, I did. Like, that's where I was doing my music. That's where I've made all my songs. Like, that's it's going. Some very great artists here.
Yeah.
So
Arizona's very slept on. I always tell, like, when I network with people back in Texas, like, I always tell them, I'm like, there's so many dope artists. Like, during the pandemic, and you know, and we were all like on lockdown. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, I just can't wait till it opens up, because like, there's so many great artists out here that the world needs to hear them. Like, it's like a lot of great artists out here.
There's more artists on the street here than there are in California. Like, the artists that are this caliber here, they get picked up in California and they go somewhere.
That's why a lot of people go out to California.
But they don't. A lot of Arizona artists don't leave.
And that's,
I don't understand why.
That's the bigger problem. I started realizing that. Like,
go to a music market. Go to LA. Go to Atlanta. You need to go to these places. Go to New York. You gotta go live there.
Because Arizona, it's like it's not that big, and it's like like one artist, like I've told, you know, I always tell Bill's like, you'll always have Arizona stuff. Like, you're accomplished here. Like, it's time for you to go on to bigger and better things. You know what I mean?
You have to go to the market. You have to go to the market. If you in Arizona, if you don't want to go far, go to LA.
He's like so professional. Like, I just love
everything about it.
He's just awesome.
You know, you notice how far professionalism goes? It goes very far.
Oh yeah, it's very far.
Artists, if you listening to this, professionalism goes very far.
Not just artists, anybody in this industry.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
It's like,
definitely can make or break a situation.
Definitely.
Big time. But if you believe in yourself, be professional, because you could believe in yourself all day, not be professional, you're not gonna go nowhere.
Right.
You can think as highly of yourself as you want to. You know, I was afraid last night because we brought bottles out for the artists.
Oh yeah.
And I told my it was my boy Holiday. It was Holiday's idea. So I'm thinking, bro, you think this is a good idea? Because we gonna get a bunch of drunk performers. And he looked at me. He just shrugged. I was like, bro, I don't want that. But it turned.
But you know how many performers really do?
It turned out.
I didn't drink my body. You see, I poured it in people's mouths.
Yeah, I seen that.
There's a lot of Patron, and we brought Patron.
Some Heradura. Y'all trying to get me lit on that. What is Heradura?
I mean,
and then during Doughboy's set, one chick almost drowned in Crown. You seen that? You seen that? She opened her mouth and he went. Just started dumping the whole thing in the mouth.
Actually, I think that was Danielle. Kid K's from Miss AT&T.
I was like, she's about to die.
Damn.
Did she take it all or no?
I don't know. I think she choked a little bit.
They were trying to do
Whoa,
that.
what are we talking about?
I was gonna say that she
The crown.
I was trying to figure out how to say that.
I don't know.
Sometimes you just stuck.
That you can't do nothing. This is just it. Like,
Sometimes you just stuck.
these are the terms you use for this conversation.
Right, there was nothing else.
That one was worth 20 points.
Right. Yeah, he was like, did she choke on it? What?
Right.
She took it all.
Get it all down?
Took it all.
Did she choke on it? I'm like, wait a minute.
She swallowed.
She
swallowed it all. All right, then.
She definitely swallowed.
She didn't waste a drop. That's
I think she.
Drowned
I
in
think
the
she
brown.
wasted.
And we was all like drowned in the brown. Like,
She was taking down the brown.
That was nasty.
yeah, nobody would get what we were talking about. Like, they were like, y'all nasty.
Somebody want to drown in the brown?
Brown all over her mouth.
Sauce is
like,
I missed that part.
I was looking at my material. I got my segment.
There's so many photographers.
You want to fire the hula hoops. I'm just like, what the fuck is
I have no idea where all these photographers showed up from.
They was-
I don't know. They were all over the place.
It was on it,
It
yo.
was everywhere. I was like,
I was
I
glad to
thought
see
they were
this.
hired. I thought they were hired.
no.
I think some of the artists may have brought out their camera people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
did.
Bill's brought out, you know.
He brought his.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was, but I man.
There were quite a few photographers and stuff like that.
There was.
There's a lot of
Trucker Steve showed up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't know where who called Trucker Steve? He doesn't really work for any artist. He just pulled up.
I didn't know. I seen him just shooting Just. That was he just like popped like.
Shout out Trucker Steve, man. He hit me up, gave me some props in this performance.
Yeah.
But you know, I gotta give a lot of props to the artists themselves for the professionality. I got everybody sets again, like I said before the event. So that made it real easy. That made it easy.
Not even none on the day of.
Nah, it made it easy. It just makes it a whole lot easier. I don't have to think about the music. I've already got it here.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is play it.
Right,
You know,
that's it.
I don't gotta go get it or nothing. It's just sweet.
Yeah.
It's just sweet.
That should be a requirement. You know what I mean?
It should be, right?
You can't perform if you don't send it this day.
It just.
Sorry.
Can you do that in Atlanta though?
Yeah, but run around.
Can I email the DJ in Atlanta?
Yeah, a lot of times they don't give you the information to the last minute. So you be like, oh, here's the email, or sometimes they don't want to have all their email jammed up until that moment. So give or take. It just depends what who's running it. Sometimes I have to send my stuff in early.
Yeah.
That's up to me.
But you gotta be somewhat prepared.
Yeah, you just gotta be prepared to send it in.
Man, like, I don't like getting USBs.
They'll call you all up and say, they'll call all the artists up and tell them, and let's check, because either you send it before or just make sure you check, and then we go about our business. We go from there.
If you bring a USB, man, like I don't need your family pictures.
Popping up.
Your porn video.
None of that shit should be on there.
Right, it's like a whole list of stuff.
You're like, wait, oh, not this one,
Not
the
this
other
one.
one.
You should
have your set.
This other one.
It should only have your music on there.
That's it. It should be folded.
Buy one
baby.
Because you know how
specifically
many
for
times
that.
I done left my flash drive, and then what I look like, leave my flash drive with all my information and stuff on it.
Crazy.
I've left my, you have a flash drive of mine, I only got music on it though. You do. I never came and got it from you, did I? Never. Since that first time.
I think it's in my shoebox.
You got some music on there.
Yeah.
That's it.
You have a shoebox of flash drive.
Yeah.
Like a lost and
He's like,
A long time ago.
I need to go through it and
See what's up.
just put the artist's music in on a hard drive or something, and maybe keep it with me. But it might be old shit they don't want to perform
Yeah, I think I
anymore,
got like
so.
the old stuff on there, but.
Yeah, it might be old shit, but
Another thing that artists need to start doing is putting what I'm seeing, put DJ packs together and like start sending those out to like all your.
I just got one from Joseph Bills the other
Yeah,
day.
so
See,
that's
some
awesome.
things I've been trying to learn, like what's a DJ pack, like what's involved in it, because I have my own little organization, I'll send
I
emails
just
out to
learned about
people.
that.
But haven't I sent you one before?
DJ pack?
No, just like with
Oh yeah,
my
I get
name,
emails from you.
and with
I
my
get emails
song
from
and
you.
my videos and stuff. But I just do that on my own. I don't really know like what's the structure behind it.
The DJ pack,
You basically say,
I don't need your vote. I don't need your acapellas.
Mhm.
Some some DJs want that. I don't need that, but I guess put it in there because some DJs want it. They want the instrumental. You know, radio edit, non-radio edit. You can get one with like an 8-bar intro, so that the DJ can mix it into the song before it. You know what I'm saying?
Like double the hook.
Double the hook. Just give 8 bars of just looped beat before the song actually starts, or before the first vocal point. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Yeah.
No, it's not. Just a couple versions.
That was a little game shared.
Yeah. I got one. I got a couple of those from Preem. Daily Preem will send me those. Nice DJ pack. I've gotten one from him and I've gotten one from Bills, and it was a very professional email, and I was like, that. It was funny because I don't know how Bills got my email, but when I saw that made me pay attention to him. That email.
Because he got your email and he sent you.
And he sent me something professional like that, so I'm like, man, who's this dude?
Right. Yeah.
And I was new out here.
And if you think it's not worth sending your packs to DJs even to play at parties and stuff, like it is, because I can be at a party and not Shazam the song. You know what I mean? And that's gonna take me straight to your Spotify or your Apple, you know, so I can say the music. So if you think your music's not being heard with local DJs, like it is, even if it's not spinning on the radio, whatever, like get it with everything opening back up, like get it in clubs, get it.
You get that Apple for Artists app, they show you what songs get Shazam. Apple for Artists does.
Message.
Spotify for Artists does.
I would just be like, Siri,
Apple
what
for
song
Artists
is
literally
playing?
shows you what Shazams, how many times. Like, everybody should have that app.
That's what's up.
I got a question for both y'all since y'all.
Yeah.
I don't rap with none of my main vocals. Of course, I seen you slay the shit, you know, same way. How y'all feel like seeing artists doing that shit? Like
It's growth. It's growth. You have to grow into it because it's very hard, to be honest. Because I started out every song I'm over it, but I would overpower that song. So I was like getting that practice, but it's growth. It's not just an easy task. You have to have that control, the voice. Like I still be like, oh shoot, can't breathe right there. You know, I miss a word. Like I still have to practice that so much. But I think it's the growth for sure. So,
I think part of it is depends on the artist and what type of music you do.
That too.
I've seen artists perform, and within the performance, they'll hand the mic to their boy and just start doing backflips and shit. just entertaining, not even really on the mic no more. Just acting a fool, pouring drinks in their mouth with a song. You know what I mean? So it's just if the music is still going.
Like that. I mean,
you know, the music is still going. They just it's to some artists it's just my song is playing and I'm entertaining during my song.
You need to rehearse, guys. Like if y'all want to be on stages and you want to perform, like rehearse, like
perform your set. Don't like do everything.
Because you have artists who will go up there and they'll just start yelling and jumping around and like over their music. They don't even know their own lyrics.
I be in
and
the mirror,
crazy.
yo. So
like
you have to practice for sure.
I'm not mad at it if it's entertaining me.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it just
you know
depends. But some people gonna look crazy.
It's entertaining.
I mean, get on the mic. I don't want you to just like never say nothing on the mic, but like do your thing. And I understand sometimes you want to take a break and act a fool for a minute.
You gotta be good though. Like,
don't just get on there making a weird noise.
Don't be too much.
Don't be too much.
And I
screaming and yelling.
I watched all the artists last night, and I hope any other artists ever in the building watched them and took some pointers. Nobody had like a regular performance.
No.
There was something special about everybody's performance. You know, it wasn't just them on the mic, back and forth, reciting some shit they recorded. There was always something to it.
Performance.
An entertainer. As an entertainer, you know, you're an entertainer. Entertain. That's all I asked for, personally. I was entertained.
Very entertained last night. Very.
I know. I was watching all the videos. I'm like, yo, we were going crazy. Like,
I was entertained. all last night. I had a great time as far as
Awesome
visually.
time.
I had to snap out of it and get to work. Do this, do that, get this, get that.
Y'all drinking gallons of water or what? About
No.
2 gallons of water.
I know, I saw that. Somebody kept asking me, hey, can I have, I said, man, this is just the Empress's water, man.
Oh my God, that was funny. People were looking for water. Let me tell you.
And I was drinking power up there, and the whole time I wanted that gallon of water so bad. I should just.
So AR had asked me for water, and we couldn't find any water. So then I remember Bills had water, and I went and my artist was looking for water too. So I went and I told Bills, I was like, hey, I was all like, you got water back there? He's like, $2. Fucking Bill, I love him, bro. I was all like, got you.
He was always trying to get $2 something.
$2. He said $2.
I just moved the decimal like this.
$2 something. Yeah, $2.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, them two gallons of water might still be sitting there.
Hey.
So everybody, no, you can't have this.
Come back. No.
You can't have this.
Still can't have this
Nah,
water.
they just the Empress's water.
She'll be back for those.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
Yeah, let it get hot.
So Ace,
Shit's be gone.
I wanted to get you into the voice of the people. What's today's topic?
Oh, well, today's topic is about letting go. You know what I mean? A lot of shit is built up. You gotta just move on to the next step. It's like, Kane was saying, you know what I mean? Take some constructive criticism, whatever you're doing. I don't care. I'm like, it doesn't have to even be music. Straight in life, that's how shit works. Like, you can't come to somebody just want to talk. I'm like, communication works, both ways. Somebody's gonna shut up, the other person's gonna listen, and then the next person's gonna reply. But if you're gonna put your stuff out there, you have to accept the feedback. That's gonna come your way.
Yes, people don't understand that. Like you put it there, so whatever you're gonna say, you're gonna say.
Especially like I have to say, you have to accept failure. So like if you fucking up right here, and then you ask a person that's actually doing that, and they're successful in that, you can't question that person and be like, oh well, I think it's gonna be like, no, you're fucking failing. You either follow this person's blueprint or you shouldn't ask them in the first place.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know what I mean? And
facts. We just we give advice all the time. People they ask for it, and they just be like, do the total opposite. And
what's wrong with a lot of people is that they ask for advice, but they already know what they want to hear, and when they don't hear that,
they argue.
They argue.
They're looking for validation.
Yeah. No, I'm not on that side. I want you to do what's right. What's better for you.
There's somebody you can talk to for that, and you have to pay for that. You go to your
Right.
therapist.
Yeah. At this point,
Don't come to your friend.
I get free therapy.
Or your podcast. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I get some free therapy.
You know what I mean?
Dr. Kane.
Yeah, right.
Dr. Kane.
Yeah, right.
Dr. Kane 100.
I've been studying life for years.
Same. That's how I got to this point. I feel like I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't study life and change life.
Pay attention
like
to
there's
shit,
nothing. People be really lost
You have to
sometimes
be the
and not
change.
understand.
You gotta appreciate
it's
people.
you. Yeah, it's you.
You gotta appreciate
awareness.
people who will
Through
tell you
observation
something.
is growth.
Facts.
If I'm hanging out with somebody, man, I got something on my face. Please tell me.
Yeah, like why you gonna
Like you gonna sit there and have
let
me
me
looking
look like
crazy
a booger?
out here?
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, you got
Like
something right
that.
there. Just,
Yeah, tell them.
What's so hard?
If you, like this is in life, you telling somebody they got something on their face and they want to get mad at you. Man, what? They nothing on my face? Like, yeah, bro, I'm telling you right now, everybody looking at you look crazy.
That's
trying to tell you that's a homie.
I'm trying to help you right now.
All right,
being
then
funny.
Nah, you a hater.
I'm not being funny. Like what the?
Nah, you just,
Definitely found
being a hater.
really defensive people.
always got something to say. All right, man, go ahead, dude.
Those are two words that I hate, like with somebody. Oh, they just jealous of you. A hater, like
What am I jealous of?
Yeah,
exactly. I'm like, did you
jealous.
just come to me with some just bullshit? Like
Nobody in this world is trying to help you, huh?
Yeah, like okay.
Nobody want to help you, huh? That's what I'm just saying. Nobody wants to tell you the truth, so you want everybody to lie to you.
Right.
Basically.
Basically,
you know,
at this point.
You want everybody to lie to you. You wanted somebody to tell you the truth, man.
Yeah.
You gotta.
A lot of people can't accept the real, and when it hits them, they just be like, don't know what to do. You feel what I'm saying? They really don't know what to do when the
like
real
a deer
hits.
in the headlights, basically.
They don't know what to do.
We don't go to school no more unless you know, further your education. But we're not kids anymore where your parents is always telling you
what to do.
Exactly, so who is going to help you as a person? Your significant other going to have to tell your ass the truth if you're tripping. If not, who else is?
Exactly.
You got a close friend and you acting out of pocket, they got to tell you, because who else is? Just because this person is adult just like you are doesn't mean you can't still accept something that they telling you fucking up at.
If somebody's telling you you're fucking up, or you're hearing it at least often through enough people,
you don't live with your parents no more.
Obviously something's wrong.
Especially if it's your best friend. If your best friend is telling you that you're fucking up and you take offense to that, you need to check yourself right now. Because you're a homie. The man or woman who's been stood by your side, who took a bullet for you, is telling you that you're fucking up.
It's okay to check yourself. I know. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was just there. You know what I'm saying? I had to really take a step back and like check myself. You know what I'm saying?
It means something if it's more than like
it's
one person
growth,
actually coming to you going, "Hey, you're fucking up."
Yeah.
If you have multiple people coming to you about the same result, maybe something's wrong.
That's what I say. I always say that. If you have a problem with everybody, you are the problem.
Word.
I'm really confused.
You're causing a problem.
That's true.
You can't.
You have a problem with
just think everybody crazy, Some people really train themselves to think everybody's crazy.
Like nobody is any good. You just be like, wow, okay.
Nothing anybody says is valid. You know. But you gotta keep. I told myself. Was it last year's New Year's resolution? I was gonna try to work on my self-awareness. It's important that you're self-aware of the shit that you do, that you need to really just stop looking at everybody else and just be like, what do I need to do to be better that has nothing to do with anybody? What do I gotta be more self-aware, so when you're sitting there like having a dispute with your significant other, be like, all right, man, maybe I'm fucking up. Let me just be self-aware and think about this shit.
Be accountable. That's my big thing. Being accountable of the things you do.
Absolutely.
Everybody want to get defensive right away.
Accountability.
You said it. Like you did it. You said it. Like
accountability is a huge thing. Like if you do something and somebody's getting onto you for a pretty good reason. Like for example, I only get on to people like if there's an absolute reason. Other than that, I don't spend my time on it. But if somebody's coming on to you and going, hey, this is what you're doing, don't take offense to it. Grab onto it and go, look, what am I doing then? Explain to me what I'm doing. Like, actually get validation for it.
Just self-awareness, man. Pay attention to what you do that might not be right. Because ain't nobody perfect, so you need to be aware of the
that's
shit
what I was
that
gonna
you
say.
do that's not perfect.
You're right. The intention is not always the intent. Like it's not always bad, but you still doesn't mean that you're not hurting someone or making someone feel some type of way. Because me, honestly, I feel like the same thing. Like my intent don't be there, but sometimes I come off a certain way, and they're like, "You're this." I'm like, okay, maybe I was a little my bad.
I'm sorry,
I didn't know. I really wasn't. That wasn't my intention. But now that I'm aware,
I'm gonna try
make sure
better
I'm good.
next time.
Yeah, because that's not me. I want to be a
then,
good person. So
and then you have to let go.
Yeah,
back to being voice people.
But some people can't.
You know what? You're right.
Going back to the voice, letting go, and then that's when it gets a mess. It's like we already talked about this, discussed this. Like I'm moving on. Like I'm addressing it. Like why is it still a problem?
And see, that's another thing. A lot of people hold on to things.
After a while.
Yeah, a lot of people hold on to things. And you don't need to hold on to things that have happened. Like it could be if it was yesterday, a week ago, a month ago. Listen, there's nothing that you can do to change what happened.
There's some things that people hold on to things that hurt them.
Well,
why revisit hurt? Why revisit hurt?
Holding on to shit that's kicking your ass. Like, just let go.
But if you're feeling but that also goes back to if you're putting too much emotion into it. Because there's enough emotion and then there's too much emotion.
Right, absolutely.
If there's too much emotion in it, let it go.
It happened.
You
acknowledge it.
People out there made a mistake of putting like the unnecessary passion into the wrong things.
Absolutely.
This is negative passion. That's what I look at.
Oh, bro, you talking about women? I got some homies. I got some homies that do that. They call my phone. You know, they'll call my phone talking about their lady, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, bro, you really? I think you're a little too mad about this, bro.
It's temporary. It's like it's not something that's gonna affect you 5 years from now, long term. That's how I look at things. If it's not long term, like not ruining, I don't even know what could possibly ruin things 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So why are we really being so honed in on this temporary ass emotion?
Yeah.
And typically 9 times out of 10, the person that does hold on to that stuff, they'll get heated if the other person's not reacting.
Yeah, oh my God.
You are, because of the simple fact
Oh
that
my
you let go.
You let me. I'm like, yeah, okay.
You let go of the situation already.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, why aren't you interacting? I've already let go of this situation.
Right.
It's already done. What do you want me to do?
Dance.
I want you to be as emotionally damaged as I am.
Yeah, right. No, really.
No, that's for
that's
real.
what it is.
That's exactly what it is. Like,
That's when you
you're
say
gonna feel this shit.
That's when you say some shit like,
Okay, Karen.
let's go out to dinner.
Yeah, change the whole
Yes,
mood.
not everything has to be so critical.
Just cut right to it.
Because
You
I'm
want
not
to go out
trying
to
to do
dinner?
this.
Kill them with kindness.
Yep,
Go out to
there
dinner?
it is.
It's on me.
Yep. Let's go.
I'm
My
an
drive.
asshole. I'm like, either I just leave or I just say some like fucked up shit like, oh, you so cute when you're mad. I'm like
Yeah.
I do that. I do that all the time. I'm like, you're pretty cute when you're angry.
I've been doing that to dudes right there, like, oh, you over here, ooh, yeah, baby, so cute.
stand that.
You do that to dudes?
I don't give a fuck because I'm like, if you get me to a certain level, I'm like, I'm ready for that action. So I'm like,
I would be mad as fuck if you did.
if you over here snapping at me, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, boy, you so cute when you mad, boy. Like, shut your bitch up.
You say it to the homie?
Forgot mine.
And that goes on all aspects. It's definitely like in the industry,
in the industry, you can't be hell bent on emotion like that. There's going to be so much criticism.
Right.
There's going to be so much problems left and right. There's going to be people that don't like
anything.
If you're slipping, they're going to call you out on it. This is a social media base. Not along with that,
just
entertainment.
Just like the Mike Terrell and Joseph Bills thing, you know, Mike Terrell ended up, donating 2 tickets, to Joseph Bills, to give away. And then, you have the Buford and the Marley thing, they were chopping it up afterwards.
For years. That's been years.
Yeah.
Years build up.
That Bill shit, that was kind of entertaining.
It was interesting.
If you see, like, we all comment in and chime in, like, it's just like, that's what it is. So we gotta be ready for that. Like, be ready.
I got a shirt
and that's the
oh my God, your face looked up when Tiana gave me that shirt.
So the shirt was like folded, all you basically see is the top line. I didn't even unfold it. I was like, fuck it, and it's dark as fuck. Oh shit, I got one Bill shirt. So I forgot to get it signed. He's gonna sign it for me, and I'll put it in a frame. It's gonna be a limited edition. 5 years from now.
Oh shit!
5 years from now, that shirt's gonna be worth so much.
So many like songs that were already like
bangers
that were so equipped to that,
Oh yeah, they were ready.
Yeah, ready.
You don't know what's in somebody's vault. Like, no,
stop
playing with somebody.
It might have sounded like he came at it, but no, those songs were already in the vault, and it was like perfect time. It's like you just don't know.
This is what it means by sometimes you should let shit go. And I'm like, don't publicize your business because what's gonna happen next? I'm like, so if you even talking to somebody about some shit, be prepared what's gonna come after it. Like, no, don't ever air none of your I think that was just one sloppy for whatever business deals. Like, that's personal, you know what I mean?
If I'm in it, just call me.
I still go back to
if you guys put my name in your mouth, just
call
hit me up,
bro. We'll fix this right now. All of this other stuff ain't even necessary.
The thumb warrior epidemic is just retarded. Just retarded.
All that shit.
Then you got Monty Parks coming for you.
And if you guys are like
Monty
2
Parks
states
will put your trash on
different
shirt.
states away, stop it. Stop it.
And some people just don't know what real beef is.
They don't.
It's not real beef until.
And some people create beef just to create it. It's like, why are you really mad though? Like sometimes they don't even know why they're mad. Like why? Like why? Like what you mad about?
They just bored.
I know why. So they can get on. So I'm like, if you're lower,
yeah, that
you know
too.
What I mean?
That's a form of clout chasing right there.
Can't even respond to that.
I'm like, 50. That's how 50 Cent got into it. I'm like, from the very, very first album, saying dissing everybody. Look at 50 Cent now. I'm like, he's been beefing like
he's
special.
He's an industry bully.
I'm like, not saying that that's a good method.
No,
but yeah, I get what
but he did what he did.
Nobody else.
Pettiest motherfucker I've ever seen.
Oh no, I love his pettiness. Though,
It's funny.
I swear.
It's funny, but it's like
it's
damn.
epic.
Damn, these shots.
Like, why you have fire, man? Why? Makes you question.
I got shot all these times. I'm shooting
I
back
didn't even think
at
y'all was
everybody.
performing
That's how
no
he
more. After that, it's like, boy, I'm like, he might want to go kill himself.
He's like the king of pettiness.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you talking about Floyd can't read, all of this.
Yeah, he embarrass any soul. Like, you watch out.
Yeah.
I felt like he crossed the line when he did the Ja Rule.
Man. We were just talking about that last week.
What he really should have did was
we talked about this too.
I feel that he should have bought like front row tickets, just him and like him and his lady or something.
Him, his lady, and his homies, and just watch him perform the whole time. He bought out the whole studio.
The first 4 rows of that.
That was messed up.
I think they canceled that shit too.
No, we don't know. We actually were wondering about that ourselves. If he actually had to perform via contract. Because those seats were bought.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah. So he
had to perform.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't see no video from, that video would have been everywhere.
Nobody did.
There's nobody in there but his team, unless he was like up there like in a booth like
Yeah, I would have been that guy rapping the whole time. Snapchat.
I would have
he's performing.
I would have been curious about the people behind the scenes, like the people, like the security, the people with the lights and all that. I was like, the fuck, where is everybody?
Yeah. No, they knew.
You sure?
They already knew.
What's that song you got? Where would I be without you?
I wouldn't be mad as an artist because I'm like, I still got
that shit would hit different in that.
You got paid for it. You just look like a jackass on stage.
That's a cleanup.
Shit, I'm gonna sit down and rap my whole shit. Like I'm saying, rehearse.
I couldn't even
stand up.
That's a paid rehearsal. That's what.
I couldn't even put no feeling into my lyrics in that situation.
No, I wouldn't either.
I just picture him sitting on the edge of the stage. What would I be without you?
Tired of being lonely. Ain't nobody there. I'm like, damn.
That shit goes.
You can just say like in the middle, like, fuck this shit.
Well, I'm gonna get into a Just the Empress song, Play With Me, and then we're gonna get into our other segments. So let's go.
Anything else y'all want to talk about when we go back in?
Man, we can talk about
All
everything.
day, yeah.
We can talk about
What's our subject? I'm not sure.
I just thought we were going to talk about. I don't.
We
talked
talk
about so
the
much.
future.
I know. I'm just no, because
Talk
she's
about
saying
the
what.
future.
We don't, for our lady talk or whatever.
Coming out with some gritty shit. It's a ditty bitty on my money tip. Titties up, get a sick free. When I come through the money, lefty bitty. You gotta go if you telling me no. I don't do the clingy, so don't get too close. I need you to chill, don't be doing the most. You like a Mario, move like a ghost. Today I am going outside. They said that they loving my body. They loving the way that I move. They loving the way that I slide. I keep a little bitch on the side. You know that
Where you record this one at?
Jesse Cerna?
Where's that at?
He got a home studio.
It's out here? I swear I keep coming up on great production studios and
Honestly, I'm nervous,
everywhere.
but I'm actually kind of excited to actually hit the studio out there when I'm out there. Like I'm finishing something out right now to record out there because I've got 3 hours. I might as well.
You know where you're gonna be in Hollywood?
I can look up the address, but I booked somewhere. The hotel I booked is not too far from me. Because I'm kind of next. There's a lot of hostels out there, and I didn't know that. And the cheapest one was like $26, and I was like, I ain't going there.
Nah, don't do that. Not in Hollywood.
No. Like I was looking at the reviews because I was curious. I was like, why is it like $26?
You really want to know why? You want to find out
why? I did, and I looked, and the comments were enough. Like I was like, my God.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know, they build those for all the people trying to come out to LA. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this cheap, I'll stay here. You'll probably disappear in Hollywood.
Probably.
It's like if you go up to Humboldt County. You seen that Netflix special, Murder Mountain?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I had so many friends go up there to go trim weed.
So
they came back alright, but some people don't.
it's the Vibe Hotel. That one seemed like the most like Hollywood related, but it was a good price too. So.
They grow, like you go to Humboldt County, Eureka, they grow a lot of weed up there for years. And they always hire people, a lot of young college kids that come up there and trim all this weed. They're around like thousands, millions of pounds of weed all the time, and they gotta trim all of it, and they pay really good. But then sometimes they don't want to pay them.
Like,
So you gotta.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Damn.
and we're back. That was Just the Empress. Thank you once again for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
You and Kane, Mr.
Yes.
DJKANE.
Don't forget the 100.
That's what I'm saying.
100, yeah.
He whispered it. He
now.
said,
Right. That 100 means something.
So, Sauce, give us that sauce that everybody loves and craves.
Pause.
yeah.
We go ahead.
Happens every time.
He said sauce.
He's like, hey, you quick on it today. He didn't even say Craig. The Craig yet. He hard to Paul Morgan.
Fuck everything else he said.
He said the sauce is called pause.
The sauce everybody loves.
So I have a question for you. Have you ever heard of a VTuber?
No, I don't know what
A
that
VTuber? So, I'm just reading off what it is because I'm not good at describing certain things. So it's a virtual YouTuber. It is an online entertainer who uses a virtual avatar generated using computer graphics.
So like the gorillas.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Now, I've been watching here. I even have a picture of one example. This is an example.
Is it like AI?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
this VTuber in particular, her name is Silver Veil. This is just an example as to the hundreds of people are out there.
So what do the VTubers do?
They here.
We should make an avatar.
Yeah, they
So
make
basically,
these,
instead of them coming out as their avatar and they come out and they talk.
yeah. Well, they do streaming. They play games and whatnot. They interact like in the VR chat
So-
as well and such.
So wait a minute. Like
So
they
like
make
Oculus?
that character moves and talks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not the real person.
Yeah. Not the
Oh, don't let me get a hold of that shit.
You in a sense create your own personality and try and.
Oh, don't let me get a hold of that shit.
Yeah,
We have a
right.
virtual
Yeah.
DJKANE one.
Now I'm officially gonna have a second me.
Yeah, it's possible.
Huh?
It's possible. It's not cheap though. It's not cheap. They range between $2,000 to $5,000.
So do they work on their own?
To build one?
Like,
yeah, it requires a certain software to like if you're gonna do some streaming on video games, it requires certain software to be compatible with that kind of
so
thing.
does it learn? Does it do things on its own? Is
Well-
it AI? Is it?
No, it's you. So what? I don't know.
It's like the software is like there's a facial recognition or something like that. That's
Okay.
That's facial recognition through some.
So everything you're physically doing,
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, like if you're laying on one
Okay.
side.
Oh,
and
okay.
the
So
other-
it's not
they
like a
over there-
virtual clone.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
we in the
It's like
future.
those those Memoji things that are
Oh,
on
on
iPhones,
Facebook,
and when
yeah.
you put your face on it,
Mhm.
it's like moves your lips around.
Oh,
It's
shit.
on
Oh
iPhone.
yeah. I know what you're
These
talking
things.
about. Yeah.
I didn't know it does.
Oh,
all
yeah.
that.
Yeah, those things are fire.
So now it's like,
You can put a message on there and that thing.
and it could be
like,
it'll be
it'll,
moving,
talk
talking
to you.
using your mouth.
its mouth
Yeah.
moves when your mouth.
Yeah,
moves.
I got that.
I
No.
swear.
but
That's why you need
I'm
an
behind the
iPhone.
times. Yes.
Yeah, it's on there, girl. So.
I'm behind the times. Anyway.
She does have an iPhone.
I do.
You said she needed to get an iPhone. She does have an iPhone.
I have an 11. Like, I just don't know all the functionalities of this thing. I just,
We'll have to show you.
Yeah, I'm old. Anyway.
I'm old.
I think I know what your VTuber is gonna look like. It's gonna be you with so jaded with raggedy ass hair, ugly ass hair, and
Wow.
your ears all extended.
Oh my
out.
God.
Well, that's how I.
Shots fired.
He's like,
Yeah, shots fired. And you actually got a beard. You got a pregnant beard belly going on.
God.
So I'm gonna add that in there
I'm
too.
offended.
You got a little boomhauer belly.
Yeah.
Salt.
Damn, how did we get on Roast and Muzzy?
I don't know.
How did
That happened.
Because when I'm around, I have
Do
to.
you have any other news?
Anything else? Anything else?
Yeah, when are you gonna lose the weight? No.
I tried. Okay.
You tried? Okay.
He's gonna cry in the car.
Yeah, he gonna
Eating
cry.
Twinkies that are in my glove box.
What Twinkies? What Twinkies? Jesus Christ. What Twinkies are
What in the hell?
What?
They're pretty
You know,
slappy.
good and well, you ain't got no damn Twinkies in the car.
Poison. Don't eat that shit.
So you said it like $2,000 to $5,000?
$2,000 to $5,000. It all depends, especially depends on different. There are two different models you can do it. You can do it 2D or 3D.
Wow.
That's the price range right there.
A lot of them would recommend to start off in 2D because it's much more easier to match rather than 3D. Because if you're doing 3D, you're practically turning your head to a certain degree. Whereas if you're just doing a 2D, you don't have to do much. You can just simply just move side to side or move up and down.
Got you.
And
that shit gonna get wild. I already know.
It is.
It's gonna be like that Sword Art Online stuff.
People gonna live their whole life on that shit.
They already are. There are people out there doing it on just VR chat alone.
Yeah.
They thrive on the VR chat.
I mean, if I got paid from it, I probably would too.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, ain't nobody going outside.
All you gotta do is just draw, color, and create your own character, and it'll take care. And once you get hooked into it, it takes care of the rest.
That's dope.
It's tax season, plus those stimmies are coming. You might see more.
Those should be coming in on the 13th.
How much?
1,400 and then 14 per child.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
1,400 per household.
No,
per person,
adult
and then another
per
1,400 per child.
1,400 per adult, and then
1,400 per child.
If you're married, it's like
So 1,400 per individual.
I'm trying to find out how much money I'm gonna get.
A lot.
Add it. How many kids?
I got 3.
Oh, the cap I think is like 5,600. So
Is
you'll
it?
probably get the cap.
Yep. All that.
All that.
Well, there you go.
That's kind of fucked up, you know. What if you have more kids?
Hey.
They're like, no.
Hey, and we only
Trying to find out
I have
what
8
to do.
kids. We only gonna pay for 4 of them motherfuckers. So sorry.
We'll sign off 4 and call it a day.
Alright. Go buy me another.
Okay, I just
Do
did
you
that.
have
It is
anything else, Sauce?
5,600.
Yes, lately I've been watching Primal from Adult Swim. You ever heard of that one?
Heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's fucking dope.
It's with the fur creatures.
It's caveman days.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's no dialogue whatsoever. It's a show where it's about this caveman going through, and he has a T-Rex companion, a T-Rex for a fucking.
That's pretty dope.
Is it big or is it small?
It big.
Pause.
Big pause.
Pause. No, hold.
Why do our conversations always go into this?
You know why?
That's my fault because I'm immature.
No, we never grown up.
We all are.
I'm gonna be an old man, bro. Still
Make a joke.
I can
being
make it.
inappropriate.
That's what
They
she
gonna hate
I'm
me.
the same way.
They gonna hate my old ass.
Hey, this is probably one of the cleanest episodes we've probably had. Just
Probably.
Yeah.
Just wait for the news.
Because otherwise.
Just wait for the news.
Just wait. Just
But-
fuck it all
Oh,
up.
I mean, in this segment already, I'm ready to go ham on roasting your ass.
Oh, shit.
You already roasted me. You already called me fat.
I'm talking about ham and
No, I don't call you fat.
Ham and roast. Yeah.
Ham and roast.
Well, you fat right now, you fat ass.
So, do you have anything for ladies talk today?
Yeah, you completely glossed over ladies talk. You went straight to my segment. I'm done with my segment. Damn.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're moving on.
Yeah, let's do some ladies talk. I like talk. I like ladies talk. Come on, y'all.
What is ladies talk?
Ladies talk.
We didn't come up with nothing because, you know.
I gotta, you know, like.
Give us a topic.
Well,
There you go.
I
We'll talk about
I
it.
have questions for women.
Okay.
Of course.
That'll be
You know
ladies
what?
talk.
Ladies talk today.
Perfect.
Men have
Answer
questions.
some questions.
I be having questions I don't never get answers to.
Oh.
What are your questions?
Okay, like when y'all know you having a bad day,
I
or
like
it's
where
that
this is
time of the
going.
month, which is perfectly fine. Why do y'all not spare us?
We should just play wake up playing Monica for you.
Like, we was just talking about
If you're waking up,
self-awareness.
you go to the bathroom and you figure out your hormones are all fucked up. Just tell us. Be like, listen, I'm gonna have a bad.
You
fucking
guys have
day
to
today."
listen, though. I will
I
tell
will
you
listen.
that.
Once you say I'm gonna have a bad day, I want to know why.
But that goes back to like
Self-awareness?
It's not really self-awareness. Like, you should know, like, your significant others.
I know. I don't want to be a punching bag.
You should be more comforting and sensitive about it because we didn't ask for it.
No.
Oh no, God! It's like certain women go through it way worse and have it way worse.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I know. I advocate for like the worst pain in the world. I off myself.
I respect that though, but like
I go in for a hug. I go in for a hug and I catch a hook. I'm trying to make.
I'll be throwing Jill under the bus.
Ask her what she wants. Ask her what she needs.
That's good.
But half the time in those situations,
I don't know.
you don't know what you want.
Yeah,
they don't know.
Just be there. That's it. Just be there.
You know, my son would be the only one in the house because it's me, him, and my daughter. Like, well, back when they were growing up, and my son would always be like, "That's not an excuse." I'm like, "Yeah,
it really is."
I stopped saying that. I stopped saying it. I'm not a female, so I'm gonna just give it to him. I just ask, just please spare me. Like, if you know it's bad right now. Let me. Can I help?
No, I get it. Yeah, we should do that.
And I'll do whatever you need me to do because
please help.
I don't want this smoke.
Please help me. I don't know.
Heating pass. I don't care how long you done been with your leg. I don't think we're smart enough to go and catch on until it's too late.
Until it's too late. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
and once we see that fluctuation, we're like, why are you acting?
And then damn, you get annoyed too because you're like, you're not aware.
But imagine like,
who are you?
If we assume that it's your monthly and you not, you just having a badass day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we go ahead and step back like, oh, let me go ahead and
So you wanted to know when we always have a bad day or just like
yeah, always. Whenever you off.
Not necessarily.
Women are emotional creatures. Yeah. It's fine. Just tell us when you.
If you wake up like that, let us know.
Yeah.
And also,
you're gonna try to fix it, right?
Yes, the best of our ability.
That's a good question. Hold on.
The only way I can fix that is tissues, and that's it.
I'll be like, can I fix it?
Okay,
be honest with you.
That's a good point.
Is it fixable?
Kane.
Huh?
You know I have a lot of respect for you, but men are very emotional too, okay?
Okay.
Oh God.
So because I talk about this all the time.
And y'all don't even have a period to blame it on.
We have monthly, it's just in a different way.
I ain't emotional.
We react up front with emotion more as to where men don't. It's not that men aren't
we
emotional.
We base ours on logic over
men
emotion.
Tend to react out of logic. We tend to
that's
react
why
out
certain
of
things don't make sense to us because you're telling us one thing and we're like, well, logically that makes no sense.
I got a story.
Story time.
My daughter, she's now 14, but she was going to a school dance, and my wife had bought her a nice little dress and put it on her, and you know. I go in the room and I see her and she's all upset. I'm like, what's wrong? I don't want to go to this dance. I'm like, all right, cool. You ain't got to go. And her mom goes, don't tell her that. I was like, what? She said she don't want to go.
I mean, she don't have to go.
She wants to go. She's just nervous. Blah, blah. I'm like, that makes no sense. If you don't want to go, then why did she have to go? She's like, you're not a woman. You don't understand. So she goes in the room, closes the door. Bow.
Okay.
So now you don't even get to learn.
No, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm chilling. You know, I'm doing my thing. Like, she want to go to my fucking dance. I ain't tripping. Because I'm the one that's going to take her. She don't want to go. I'm chilling. Kick my shoes off. She comes out. She's going. I'm like, what you mean she's going? She's just nervous because she doesn't know how to dance. I'm like, she could have just said that.
Right.
You're not a woman. You're not a woman.
That goes along with what I just said. Yeah. You tend to just react out of emotion.
Right? Yeah, instead of logic is if you don't want to go, you ain't got to go.
I got a question. Why?
He said why?
Oh boy.
How he said it.
Why when we ask a question, that's not the answer that you intend to give? Like, you give out like
ask questions about a question.
I'll ask you a question and I'll be like, well, and then you'll say this. Well, I didn't mean to say that, and I'm like, well, what the fuck did you mean?
Right, you know, you ever feel like you?
I'll be intimidating sometimes. And we just be like, it just comes out. I swear that's how it is for me.
For example, this is and I'm like every man hates this shit.
You know what I meant though.
Because I'm sitting there, she don't answer. What do you want to eat? You're going shit. Oh shit. All right. No. You know.
Yeah.
All right. after you get past that,
shit.
Hold on. So hold on.
That's a 5-minute conversation right there.
We'll use this example yesterday.
Shit.
So we go ahead and drop off her daughter yesterday.
Here we go.
Here we go.
And she's like, "Oh, yeah, which one of you?" She's like, I don't know.
Chicken.
She's like, I felt like something different. We came to do a sub. I was like, oh yeah, cool. We want. She's like, oh well, we can go here now. I'm like, look, like in my mind, like,
know
where you want to go?
I already know what's about to happen.
So, literally, there's a Five Guys right here. And the whole time when she said sub, I literally said bam, because there's a Jersey Mike's literally right next door where I just dropped her. So she's saying all this shit, and she's like, yeah, fuck it, Jersey Mike's. And then she's like, oh, maybe this. I say, nigga, we going to Jersey Mike's in my mind. Bam, so we figured that out. Step 2. Knowing that she wants Jersey Mike's, we get in that motherfucker. I know what I want. Women can always ask you this. What do you want?
What are you getting? Yeah,
fucking time you don't know what the fuck you
I
want.
have no idea all the way before I ordered.
I know. I get there.
I
know I want that.
But I'm asking, like, why do you guys do that?
Sometimes it be like that, like
that makes me want to turn right around and leave you.
I want to understand.
She's making an emotional decision about what she gonna eat.
Literally.
Why would you make an emotional decision?
At this point, I just come prepared. I'm like, if they can.
She's about to make an emotional decision about what she's gonna eat.
If you're hungry, you don't need to come to Jesus moment just to figure out what
I have personally never been to Jersey Mike's or whatever. I didn't know what they offered. I knew what I want because I know.
You wanted a sub.
I wanted a sub, but I usually get the same shit. Like at Chiba Hut, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like bacon, avocado, turkey, whatever. That's what I was looking for, and I didn't see anything that really fit that. That's how I ended up with that chicken sub, which I did not like. But anyway.
Did you eat it?
I ate it. I did, because I didn't want to be a complainer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate that.
Did you ask her if she liked it?
Well,
no.
Actually, I did give a good suggestion.
What kind of question is that?
She got the sub. She was eating it, and halfway, like I smashed my shit. I was.
Of course you did. You're supposed to ask after.
So halfway through, she's like, "Oh, I can't eat this shit." I'm like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "It's too much bread," because she's been getting off carbs. You know what I mean? She's over here trying to get on the get fit shit.
Sub?
And
I got something for that.
Well, I'm like, usually she'll get like something. You know what I mean, like protein style. She's like, I just want something different. Fuck her too much. I was like, just eat the shit that's off of it and throw the bread. So she the rest of the shit that's off of it.
Turn it into a salad.
Yeah. So she was happy. I tried. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on. I'm a man. I'm not that fucking intelligent to go ahead and read to read women's minds. Like.
Yeah, bro. You gotta be around. You gotta learn to read minds and all kinds of shit.
You don't have to read minds.
I really try not to have it that way.
I pretty much have my girlfriend's hunger all nailed down.
Well, I mean, that's vice versa.
Guys can do it. Y'all choose not to. I've been around guys who are asking me what I want to eat. They'll tell me what I'm going to eat. They'll make it. And they'll ask me if it was good. Like, I'm telling you, it's a lot. They're like, we'll just eat this thing based off what I can eat. You know? I'm very picky and vegetarian, but I'll tell him all the things I like. And then he's like, okay, let's work with this. Like, I like guys that are forward like that. Why does it always have to be up to us?
That's another thing I was going to say.
To make sure she's happy with it.
But I'll be
but you never know. You might have a good ass suggestion. I'm like, yes, that's it.
Sure.
That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want.
You might be thinking outside the box.
Get shot down all the time.
But majority of the times, it don't go like we wish we could do that. You know what I mean? We're gonna say, oh, you know, I feel like burgers. Like, oh, I don't know what I want. No, I don't want that.
But you didn't know what you wanted.
You don't know. You didn't know. Like,
just know I don't.
Sometimes just go get the damn burgers or maybe cook them.
Like,
I'm telling you, my dad.
Honestly,
I just go cook the steak and be like, here it is.
Because we're trying to
this is what we're eating.
Because we don't want to hear, oh.
And if y'all don't want to hear that, though, if you don't want to hear none of that, what we trying to do, then do something else, a different approach. Make the food. I'm gonna eat it. I'm probably gonna eat it.
I think y'all, you know what I mean?
I promise you, it's not like it's not too much.
I ain't gonna tell you.
It's not. Yeah, that's not too much. Like, this is what you're making for dinner. This is what I bought. This is what we got going. This is what I was in the mood for. Bam, let's eat that shit. Like, I swear, I like that. Take initiative.
Some women are more difficult.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not.
It sounds like
because it'll turn into you just taking the initiative,
and then you're
and then it'll turn into
so
you ain't even really try to ask me what
I like one that.
Like,
but I ain't difficult like that. I like.
Yeah, some women just ain't difficult.
Okay, so learn your lady.
Yep. What does she like?
I'll eat whatever.
Well, it depends on how she feels that day.
Watch, I bet you if you start doing that shit, she be like, oh my god, like this is different, you know. This is what I made. What's her favorite meal? Tell me. What's her favorite meal? Fettuccine, steak, potato, baked potatoes.
Yeah,
like
whatever you cook, I eat it. I don't ever complain or nothing.
You didn't have to cook it.
Whatever side, exactly.
I get it.
I'm happy to
slap it.
Cook.
Sometimes your lady be on a whole new diet she didn't tell you about. I can't eat that. What you mean you can't eat that?
Wait a minute. No, you absolutely right.
Like, wait a minute. Oh, that's too much. I'm not having cheese. What? Since when?
We were eating cheese
yesterday.
Look, these are little minor technical
We just had some cheesecake.
They like sleep about this shit
These are
every
actual
night.
factual things that
I'm sitting there like, when did you say this?
They're lucid dreaming about how they want to go on a diet and decide in their
in the middle of the dream.
Yeah.
We're going on.
That's it. Cheese is out right now.
Just tell me you don't
You're
eat
right.
that.
You have a point. Women, like, we do need to communicate more, like what's going on, what we want, and all that. It's simple. I mean, it can be hard for us, but it's simple, really.
Yeah, because guys are intimidating sometimes.
And it does go on both parts.
I think when we say that's not what we meant, is because it's like,
Women know what they want.
no, it's that we'll say one thing, and it's kind of like,
Bullshit. Now
y'all will, and then like you will like y'all will make it like something totally.
Yeah, it's like it's
wasn't.
bigger
I'm
than
just
you're like.
That's not what I said, and you're like
So much
You
bigger.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think that's where you.
But
get
that's
it.
why you gotta kind of watch what you say, because if you're gonna say certain things
Now this circles
and you
back
don't
around as to
want
why
that person to
this is what you
question
were
it
saying.
and go, wait a minute.
Then it becomes
Like,
intimidating.
you
That
Like,
would happen.
Y'all don't
Intimidating.
realize half the time y'all be in the middle of saying, like, you're saying something, and then we're listening, but oh wait, that came out wrong. I didn't mean it like that. I'm like, the fuck do you mean? I'm like, I didn't even reply back for you to. I'm like.
And then you're staring at your phone like, the fuck is going on
What
here?
Tiana says, we sometimes say things on emotion. Like,
Yeah, so you
that's what it is.
When you're addressing that.
So in this
Yeah.
conversation, I'm gonna start asking, was that an emotional?
How are you feeling?
Or was that?
Are you good?
Fine.
And see, we would
Like,
come
for example,
out,
like, what really
we would
pisses
come
them
off
off,
as jackasses
like,
if we came
I'm
up to
mad
you and
right
go,
now.
are you okay? Like, you know, every single.
Why do you assume something's wrong? Get off me! Don't touch me.
Well,
I'm
my
just
bad.
asking, I'm just checking.
My
You know, I
bad.
want to make
bad.
sure you good.
You're in so much trouble when you get
I want to
home.
make sure you good. Make sure you good and you happy, because I don't expect you to tell me everything.
Do you
so
say
I'm
that?
just yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. I'm just but she's always good. It's just like, how are you doing? You know what? I'm fucked up today. I never get that. They would say that. You know what I mean? If it is okay, well, what can we do about it? That's the next.
How can we make the day better? If
What
I
can we do?
can't,
There's the
if I
chronic
can't,
complainers
I'll.
and the ones that don't like to complain.
Yeah.
They don't like to hold. They hold it.
If I ask you what's wrong, don't tell me I'm good.
When there's
I'm fine.
obviously something wrong.
Wait a minute.
You know what that is that they don't want to talk about it right then and there.
maybe.
Because she's in her feelings. And if she talks about it, it's going to come out all fucked up.
Facts.
So it's just
Well,
like.
why can't y'all say that? Because now,
Sometimes.
like we be like, hey, I just
I don't
not,
want to
not right now.
But then sometimes y'all can keep going like, well, like we can no.
Yeah, that means leave her alone.
Yes, just don't want to talk about it.
Just turn on a chick flick.
Yep.
Well, that's
not
just
the
us
movie.
being concerned, though. at
Don't
the same
you know? You
time.
almost got
But if
to.
I'm not crying
you know.
or like looking like I'm about ready, like just.
If you look like you're about to murder somebody, obviously.
No. You know it's bad when she start cleaning up around you, but she.
No, you gotta do that. That's therapeutic.
It is.
No,
that is
You
so
get mad and start cleaning.
You're
Yes.
walking through your shit.
Right.
Right.
You're literally thinking about everything that is going on as you clean, like everything. And the smells even help the most because you're like, fabuloso.
Does it
You're
really,
like-
is it really therapeutic that you're cleaning a dish and while you're
It's
staring at your man at the same time?
No, she's not looking
We're
at
not
you.
looking at you
She
at
ain't
all.
looking at you.
We're not looking at. We're just
She ain't
cleaning.
looking
You could be
at
sitting
No.
right here and she'll
Yeah.
clean
And
something
then
right
once
next to you.
everything's
Not
And if
clean,
she
everything's
does look at
better.
you, it's not a look
Like,
you want.
Oh my gosh, I love cleaning.
Say, baby, what's wrong?
You okay over
Clean it
there?
up.
Oh, nothing.
Mike,
And then a week later,
It's probably something agitated, but it might be something so little.
Yeah.
It might be something so little that they're agitated by. Because I know I get agitated by.
You know what,
little, I
and-
don't even want to talk about.
and
it.
that's my
Address it.
question.
A lot of it's not
Like, for
even
what?
worth talking
Yeah,
about.
it's not worth
Well,
spending
that shit
energy.
makes me
Let it clean up.
anxious.
Yeah,
That's
I
actually
get
my
it.
question.
That makes me anxious. Like,
You guys
uh-oh.
get fucked up
What's your
by it.
It's
question?
about to go down.
Why? do you guys get emotional about things or personal about things that there's no reason to? Like, for example.
No, she got a reason.
It might
just
yeah.
might be one you with.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's what I think it is, honestly.
You just gotta ask her why she.
Well, no, there's little reasons because you could ask why and not get a clear answer.
Yeah.
But like, for example, let me throw a clear example.
A clear one.
Be careful,
Clear
buddy.
one.
Be careful.
I know. I'm spitballing here.
All right, careful.
Careful.
Y'all already standing out there nice here.
You could have just asked the question and left it there.
You're already standing out there nice.
Yeah.
I know, right? You're
We'll just
sticking
leave
on
it
your
there.
fat
Like,
ass
we're not
belly.
gonna let you do that to
So
yourself.
listen.
I want to hear it.
Listen.
No,
Go ahead.
For example, like,
yeah, we're live.
you get home. You get home. You know, you have that daily thing that you do to clean up the house.
Mm-hmm.
But typically, when you go home, you know, you chill for a little bit, smoke a blunt, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and this person gets onto you because you're not working on it.
Not doing it right way.
Right away when they want to.
When they want
Basically,
to.
if it's not done in their time or how they want to do it,
Because you normally
why do
do
you
it.
get upset or set those expectations for things to get done your way and in your time compared to also considering your partner's time?
You know, I'm
If you
against.
set that tone, then I want to
think-
see it happen.
I think women play out a lot early how they see it, and they commit to that.
Because they
Yeah, if you already
like
do
they feel like they're gonna foresee what happened and like it could be opposite to that.
Women
like routines. So
Yeah.
if you're doing things like that already and you already set that tone, then that's what we're going to expect.
Also, I will say, some ladies might not like it, but it is a control thing. You know what I'm saying? That means maybe that person might be a little controlling.
A little bit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as, but then there's the reassurance. Like, if you reassure them, like,
It's
I'm going to
gonna
get it done.
Yeah, then we're good.
Give me 30 minutes. I just want to relax for a second, and then I'm going to get it up, okay? Like, that's it.
Thank you.
Pause. Yeah.
Get up.
A lot of times, they don't want to say that. They don't want to get it down.
I'm going to get it up. That's right.
He catches me on point today, King.
So that goes back to communication. Like, are you communicating? Hey, just give me, a minute. I want to relax for a second.
Well, yeah, absolutely. If communication is there and you're idly getting upset about something that doesn't have really anything to be upset about, but you can communicate about it, why would you get upset about it if it's easy to communicate about? Like, if I'm sitting here like, look, I'm going to get it done in 25 minutes, I just got home. Oh, that's not good enough. Okay, do you want to talk about it? No, I don't want to talk about it. And going forward from there, like, there's no way
like
to,
you said,
like,
control.
Yeah,
that's
control.
that's the only explanation I have for you.
If I'm already like trying to reassure you and you're still going, like, you're definitely like controlling.
Okay.
That's
best thing to do is
that's
just
something we need to
fucking
work
do
on.
it.
Yeah.
It is something we need to work on.
If that's the case, yeah.
Yeah,
But like I said, that structure and that routine is something else. Like, I want stuff to be clean and how it's looking like really.
Well, yeah, because nobody wants to live in trash.
Like, nobody got me to do it now.
Yeah, now. Like,
I didn't say later.
Yeah.
Then just do it.
If you don't want to deal with it, just get them to do it.
Yeah.
What about when it comes
There's
to
compromise.
food? That's what I want to know. What advice could you possibly give out there for the ladies that are watching when it comes to food in situations like we talked recently?
About choosing?
Yeah, when it comes to, especially when it comes to choosing food. Because
change it up sometimes. Don't always expect us to pick the meal, where to go.
Just pick
and sometimes
something.
take initiative and cook or whatever. Get the food. Like, I ordered pizza, and we already got the pizza coming. Wings on the way.
Exactly.
Yes, I get excited. Like, yes, fucking Christmas. Like, I was hungry and shit.
Even if I'm on a diet, I'm like, fuck it, it's my
surprise
cheat day.
food. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like, fuck it, it's food. So yeah, just change it up. Don't always expect us to like want to tell you.
I got one.
Even though barbecue is off the table for me.
Oh man,
My girlfriend don't do barbecue.
Yeah, we heard.
I love barbecue. I'm from Texas.
Damn, she don't make
Like,
Fresh honey barbecue.
My girlfriend is
I
part
don't eat meat,
Mexican,
but I
so
don't
she
keep
does
my people
mainly like Mexican food and sometimes a little Italian, but she loves Asian food. So I'm like, okay, Asian food's
Asian barbecue.
There you go.
Barbecue.
It's Asian barbecue.
And that's what you need to do.
Yes.
Go get some Asian barbecue. Be like,
Asian food in general for me is expensive.
it's not barbecue, it's Asian barbecue.
She probably doesn't like
Mexican, I
barbecue
get only-
sauce, but like I know people that don't like the taste of barbecue sauce, but like barbecue stuff. Like she don't like just
The
chicken on the
smoky
grill
type
or
smell, like-
a
My grandma
grilled
never
steak
liked
or.
it.
I want to surprise her with Famous Dave's.
Oh,
Fucking
no.
Famous
And
Dave's.
she didn't fuck with that.
She don't.
Nah.
Damn. So you just gotta make sure you know, like they know
That's
I
the
don't
thing.
eat meat, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, so they're gonna.
I'm like, that's just your girl, you know what I mean?
Because I'm sitting there, she's
Don't
like,
take her on
I'm
Famous
hungry.
Days.
I was like, okay, let's go out somewhere. We can do like sandwiches and stuff. I give her the options, and she's like, maybe
It's
Mexican.
really just
I think it's just limiting
maybe
options
Mexican.
at this
Okay,
point.
so
I was
that's
just
right
gonna
here.
say
Yeah.
that.
Every here and there, ask,
We're gonna go
but don't
here or
ask
here.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
I don't ask. I'm just like, okay, you want Mexican? Okay, let's.
Basically, saying.
I give off the
Be a man, take
options.
initiative.
Every
Yes.
Mexican
Do you want
restaurant
Mexican
out
or
there.
burgers?
Yeah.
Only give those two options.
Yeah, don't give me
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 things. Please don't.
I want to be difficult and say some shit like,
Specific.
so I only get 2 options.
Yes.
Like, I want to be. I want to be difficult. I want to be like I be.
I'll come across that too. It's like
Yeah,
that.
It's a circle.
I don't know.
Why you
I
always
feel
follow
the
up
answer
things
to
I
that is
eat?
yes. You only get 2 options.
Yes, you only get 2 options.
Like
Yes.
this is the only thing, yeah, that we're going.
Mommy's so controlling. He only got
Oh
It's
my
like,
goodness.
come on, man. What you want? I'm trying to be a man here. A man would ask his woman what she wants. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
I
god.
gotta ask, but
Oh my
Sweating out
god.
all that alcohol.
I gotta ask though. This is
y'all on it.
I know.
Yeah.
It is making
When
me
you see me,
hot.
I'm like,
Why?
damn, I thought I was good at this.
it's burning.
I'm like,
why do y'all make a comparison or what if scenarios?
Oh my god. Yes. I should.
I don't do that because I hate
like
Mhm.
you'll say,
Oh, I don't want
oh,
this.
what if this happened, and then you know what I mean, get mad at that, like
Oh, don't say that to me because I'll start saying dumb shit.
Well, if you're gonna ask
What if it
stupid
is?
questions, you're gonna get stupid answers.
Yeah.
I'll say some
Oh, you
shit.
used to do this over here. Why aren't you doing like why
Why does it
this
matter?
this couple
What if the
to
sun
his
didn't
girlfriend now?
Oh,
Why
okay.
aren't you-
No, I
like
can't do that.
why are you? I'm like, why the fuck?
Because there is women that do that.
yeah, there is.
I'm like, it's
There's nothing we
irksome.
So okay, so they do that. So maybe it's because maybe you aren't doing anything flavorful or different, and maybe that's why they're like comparing. Because like, damn,
Maybe
we don't
you're-
do shit but this and this every night.
Maybe
This
you're
all we
doing
do.
stuff
Oh,
that
like you just
you
watched the
think.
fucking movie. You just watched The Notebook or whatever, and you like, oh, he did this. I'm like, the fuck?
Don't
you
get
niggas
started.
got paid.
Show me a
He's
house.
fake.
I'm gonna answer this.
Okay, let's see how
I'm
we do
gonna
this.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try
Oh my
to
gosh,
I'm
you're
gonna
right.
attempt to answer
That's-
this. So, are you doing things that you think she wants, or are you actually doing things that she wants? to
Well,
do?
are you setting unrealistic goals
I
too?
would just like,
What's
I would
unrealistic?
assume
I
at
just
that
straight up
moment,
Something that's
like
mostly
the
impossible for
relationship
any
is
male
good,
to do.
Like,
But you came across a feed.
There's
Y'all
quite a
can
few
do everything, goddamn.
what's
go.
impossible?
Y'all can do everything.
There's
except
nothing.
for have a kid.
I just straight up ask. I'm just an asker. I go into the
Yeah.
store. Hey, where's this? I
Yeah,
ask the person,
me
but I'm
too.
not looking around this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
hey, yo, where's the milk? Right there.
To the
Down there.
point,
All right, let's go.
yeah. Mhm.
There's no. I'm walking by employees looking for shit. I'm the people.
Stressed out. That's
Bruh,
what
I
anxiety
see people doing
kick
that
in,
all
yo.
day, looking for shit,
Like what?
looking down aisles and shit. Like, bro, you walking by
If
employees.
you don't see it the first aisle, you
Oh, like
gotta
they
ask
work
them.
here. They know
They
everything.
work here. Just
Yeah.
ask him.
It's Walmart. This bitch is huge.
Yeah.
Listen, some
Oh, I
of
know.
those people at Walmart don't even know where certain things
True.
are.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's all.
Well,
maybe a
'cause they got-
language barrier out here.
Those
Like,
people.
I know.
You have to
She's
ask
like, I
old
don't-
people, some that look like they've been there for like 10 fucking years. You ask that little kid that just showed
Really,
like,
I got shit.
Oh yeah. They'll tell you where it's at and how to get there.
Right. Very detailed.
That's
It's
unfortunate.
aisle 18A on the top shelf on the left-hand side.
Yeah. Different colors there.
So, yeah, my advice is like, why don't you ask her like,
Just ask.
what does she like or want? She may have an answer for you. You know what I'm saying? Then just this is what I thought you would
I've
like.
taken a woman's emotional roller coaster as a personal challenge.
It is.
I be asking mad questions, boy. Like, so blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
No,
so
and I
have-
like that.
so
I like
I have
that.
a project.
So quick.
I have a project for y'all, and then y'all are all gonna go home and do it, and then but Tiana and Ace are gonna
Don't tell me what to do.
But Tiana and Ace are
do this.
going to come back on the show next week, and they're gonna demonstrate it.
Oh.
So each of y'all are gonna go home and write down 22 random questions. That
How many?
22. You know,
Holy
22
shit.
Random.
Hey, no, I do this
I thought
every
you said
day.
2 random
22
questions.
random questions
All right, Bills.
about and find out things that you think you may know about your significant other, like you don't. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be do you really know their favorite color?
So wait,
Do you
he's
really-
writing the 22 questions, she's writing 22 questions, and they're gonna switch and answer.
Yeah.
That sounds dangerous.
I was just about
That
to
sounds
say
very
that.
dangerous.
That
you
sounds
know-
And you gotta get
hella
real
dangerous.
results.
No, not
Who got
not about.
money?
It's random
There's an actual
stuff.
game show. Like, it's
It's-
canceled. I remember that.
It's
I-
it's not questions like, did you cheat? No, I'm talking about questions like,
What's his favorite color?
No.
Oh, if you miss her favorite color,
Yeah, like-
it's
It's
over.
over.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you don't even know.
Yeah, my favorite color.
But this,
Stone.
no, we're gonna take it as this is a time where you learn each other. So it's not
Yeah,
like no
yeah.
fighting.
I'm not gonna
yeah,
get
no
mad
hold,
about
we
it.
can't
No.
hold against
I'm
each
not
other.
saying
Somebody's
like
gonna get
I'm not
offended.
saying that you have to know the answers. I'm saying he's gonna interview you. Like he's gonna ask you these questions. So
About himself?
No, about you. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
ask you questions that he thinks that he doesn't know about you. Like what's your favorite color? Like what do you like? You know, like just random fun stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
Like fun facts.
I thought she really like reads a question like, oh, what's my favorite color?
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
what I was
like,
thinking.
like, fine. It's
Oh,
like,
not that show.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
niggas
what I was
know.
thinking
What
too.
the
I was
fuck?
What's your
like,
favorite color?
Purple, red,
What's your favorite color?
purple.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
yeah, purple, rosy.
Okay, because the reason I was saying that because women always got some exotic color that's their favorite.
Magenta.
Actually,
I like
See,
mauve.
there you
Yeah.
go.
I
There
like
you
mauve.
go.
Indigo is not really purple. It's like
I like
They
royal.
like that's hard.
Mine
I
is
like
deep
deep
space
dark
crimson
Yeah.
red.
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I like scarlet.
Like what?
Scarlet.
Like
shit.
I don't remember that.
like do you know
Scarlet is
Tiana's
red.
favorite flower?
What?
No.
Flowers.
Ooh.
Do you like flowers?
I don't.
No, she doesn't like flowers.
I don't. I hate.
I would get that.
I don't like
We
roses.
had this
I
discussion.
like
like
roses.
I have bad allergies.
You don't
Let's
like
say true
roses or
story.
you don't
I mean,
mind
if I want, if
My
you're gonna buy
mom
me
hates
flowers, like don't
flowers.
buy me red flowers.
Okay,
Like, don't
what's
buy
your
me-
favorite flower?
Cuss me out for
Sunflower.
buying her fucking.
Damn, that's Jill's favorite
I'm
flower.
just-
I love sunflowers.
What's your favorite flower?
I would say lotus flower.
Lotus?
Yeah, lotus.
Yes.
Oh shit. Yeah, you don't have one.
She don't like flowers. I like nature and
Like,
plants.
I mean, I like flowers. I
Lotus
just don't like
flowers
to
are
get
very
flowers.
beautiful, too.
I like roses.
Moonflowers are really beautiful too. They only bloom
I think-
in the midnight.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
are
those.
sunflowers like a new thing? Like all women like sunflowers?
All of a sudden, yeah.
Sunflowers
All of a
is
sudden.
lit.
I've liked sunflowers.
Sunflowers
for
always
years.
been a nice, like, beautiful flower. It's very
There's a
distinct.
lot of
Everyone knows what that is. You know what I mean? Like,
Looks
and
like
the
the
seeds are
sun.
good. Who
Yeah.
don't like sunflower seeds?
It's a.
They are
Come
good.
on now.
Represents happiness.
It seems like it's a new thing.
Who doesn't like sunflower
Yeah, you know what I
seeds?
mean? So it's like, yo,
You
let's
eat 'em?
Yeah, eat them. They're good. That's a good
Sunflowers
flower
equal
right there.
sunflower seeds.
I think they grow tall too.
Yeah, they're tall,
Yeah,
bright.
super
They
tall.
have thick stalks. Some of them do. Some of them, yeah.
She
They're
said.
amazing.
I remember
That's what
my
she
for
said.
my mom's
They grow
for my mom's
Me too.
50th birthday party. I did a sunflower thing. It was really nice because she's in August, and I just did a whole sunflower thing birthday party for her. It was really nice.
Sunflowers definitely bring that nice warm.
Yeah, you're just
home.
Like
Oh,
some
this is
questions
pretty.
could be like, "What's your favorite movie?" Like especially for like.
Oh shit,
for-
I fucked that one up.
Oh yeah.
But no,
I
but-
got the sunflower, I got the flower one down, but the movie, ooh.
Yeah, I'm too
But-
complicated because I don't have
But you
one
can have
favorite.
more. You can have more than one. Like, okay, I definitely like first one popped to your head. That's like probably your favorite. You know what I'm saying? First one popped, and then you can be like, but I also like so and so too. Like, it's a good one.
Her
You can
favorite
have
food
your multiple ones.
might
Yeah.
depend on what
Don't feel like
diet
you
she's
gotta have
on.
one thing.
It's kind of like
Because it's really getting to feel who you
It's
are.
got to be like all-time favorite.
it's kind of like okay,
Dirty
so
dancing.
like you gotta know kind of like.
All right then.
Like if a person doesn't like
It's not
McDonald's,
mine.
and you know, like so you know it's significant. Like a lot of people
doesn't
don't know,
like McDonald's.
don't like
Yeah.
McDonald's.
We
Like
don't
so
eat
you
there.
know not to
Oh,
say
for sure,
McDonald's.
for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Sure.
Like, you
We're
have
never
to
gonna go
learn
there,
your
yeah.
people.
So
you know what
stuff
I'm
that
saying?
you
Should know.
but
Yeah.
What-
hey, I
Maybe
don't
you
know.
don't know.
so-
Yep.
What do you like you in the trap
That's where it's getting
question?
like simple stuff.
What do I do that you hate the most?
Oh yeah, that's
Ooh,
something
yeah.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question
Hey,
though.
I wasn't trying to go that
If you
deep,
answer
but that's a good
that,
question.
but if you
Yeah.
answer
I feel-
that, if you answer that one right, it's gonna be like, why you keep doing it?
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute. Actually, what things do you actually like about
See, but
me?
you're flipping
That would be more.
Yeah, I know.
You're supposed to know
Finite.
these answers. You're not supposed to know the
This is the
answers.
growth.
I ain't gonna lie,
It's
I would
the
feel
growth part.
terrible if I got too many of them wrong. I'd be like, man, I gotta get it.
But
Man,
how
I gotta
long
learn.
have you
How long
been
y'all
together?
question?
No, you come
Married or
back to
together?
Or together?
But she said,
12 years.
like everybody's
See,
supposed to be getting together. Like,
But see, you and
or-
Janaea, like, see, that it would be something good for you and Janaea because you and Janaea are still in the honeymoon stage.
No, we are not.
Wait, y'all got married?
Y'all should just record yourselves doing
We're
it.
past that phase.
I don't know how.
Well, you know what I mean. It's still really new.
New enough?
You and us
New
two
enough.
are, y'all are still getting to know each other, so that would be a fun activity for y'all.
We've already done that.
Okay,
Or
answer that
obviously you need
question.
another round.
A bonus
I'm
round.
not commenting anything.
You're
We're live
smart.
right now.
You are so smart.
You know, sometimes you gotta
Baby
make smart
learn.
decisions.
I think he's saying that because he's the one that got interviewed.
No, it was cross-examination.
You ladies watch sports?
Yes.
I only watch it because he watches. Otherwise,
That's
I
nice
wouldn't
of
on
you.
my own. Yeah.
At least you do that.
That's
I
considerate.
don't really
She actually
watch
knows,
much.
like, she's not in tune with it, but she's like, oh, I know this player. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, shit. Like,
But
good
Pay
job.
attention.
You follow the games though?
I do.
See, that's
Yeah.
nice of you.
I try.
That's nice. See, that's the type of stuff men like.
Well, we do have one more segment.
Let's
Well,
do it.
2 more segments. The
But
next
and,
one's.
and before you tap out, y'all didn't answer the question. Why do y'all do the what if scenario or
I ain't saying I don't
comparison? Like, or
They just see
you don't have to personally
something.
do
They
it,
just
but
see
you
something
know
they
somebody
feel
that
like
do
you
that.
don't do.
I don't know what's wrong with
They see something that you don't do that somebody else does, and they wonder why you can't take that piece of that person. I don't know.
That's a very complicated question.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
I don't think they can
usually
answer
like
that,
when I see
really.
guys like my boy called me, he's like, oh, we're just chilling, and all of a sudden she bought this what if scenario, and now we in this big ass fight, and I'm like,
Over a what if, huh?
yeah, over something that's not even real, and
I
That's
refuse to
happened a lot,
indulge
right?
That's
myself.
happened.
So they invite all the
And
time.
like, if you
Yeah.
like really
Just
think
made
about
that up.
arguments, like most of the time that's what arguments like.
Over
But it's over a
stuff
scenario that might have happened. Like, no, bro, like that didn't. Wait,
It's
what?
not even happening. I'm sorry.
That kind of situation happened to me, not recently, but it happened like a few months ago. It was.
You cut your hair.
You gotta notice.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Last episode, she actually took a second to look at me, to really look at me. As she did this, she starts playing my hair to see if it's real.
Is that real?
Yes, this is a white fro,
Looks
not
like good.
tamed.
it's saying that motherfucker was on like. So that's just
I got
Super
pictures
Saiyan.
to show
Really?
you.
I wanna see.
I'll show you. But anyways,
So
I'm sorry,
I
back
can
to-
answer the question.
so
Let her
It's
answer.
it's the most honest question I can think of. You know, sometimes people like to make up fake scenarios. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what if this happened? Well, what if that? Just to see, like, well, how would you react to it? It's just the wrong thing to do.
But why?
Because the reaction could go bad. It's like, well, what if I lost all my limbs in a ski
Yeah.
trip? Would you leave me? And I'm like,
No.
but. If
I ain't gonna answer that
No,
question.
Like this
just say
happened.
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No.
This relationship just got
Like,
real.
I'm just
Like
saying,
if I was in
like,
a car accident and couldn't walk ever again, like would
Right.
you want? Because honestly,
These are
it's
scenarios
okay
that
to
could
say
happen.
no. But it's okay to say no too.
Yeah,
if
it
you're
is.
not, you know,
Fuck
I
that.
want you to
That's
know
right.
that.
but hey,
It's
no, it's
fucked up.
not okay to say no. If you
That
do
would
not-
cause a
if you
whole
do not
argument.
That
give
would
the right
cause an
answer,
argument.
Don't
that'll
say
It is
destroy the
World War
marriage.
III.
You
right?
better not say no. You better hang out with your chicken
But
nugget.
if it's an honest answer, then it's an honest answer, though, right? Because if you
I try to change the subject.
But how are you
It's
gonna
not
take
a
that,
real
though?
scenario. It's not actually happening, so you don't have to give this real answer. Like, that's how I.
But she wants you to give her one.
And yo, it's always the most random what ifs too.
Out of nowhere, huh? You be
Out of
watching the
nowhere,
game.
you'll be driving somewhere,
Yeah.
watching a game. What if
The most
this happened?
inappropriate time to go to
And you
give
look
away.
over like all crazy at her and shit like that. Well, like, why the
what
fuck
if?
would you ask that? Like, so you think about it for a second and you answer it as
'Cause I wanna know.
logically as possible.
You better not fuck up.
That's
all
what I'm
like the
saying.
key to it all
Sometimes
is
I just don't
communication.
acknowledge
Like,
them.
because when when
one of
I
those
hear
things.
him say something like that, like you know me, like I'm an overthinker. I get deep into it. It's kind of like questions like, what if I can't have kids? Like, are you okay with that? And people need to communicate like
These are real.
That's a
real
rough
questions.
question right there.
I'm like, but it
because
should be at a
as-
time like an appropriate time, not like you said. I'll be in the fucking middle of the game when we're driving. We're like, it'll be like, it'll be some shit that just crossed your mind out of nowhere.
It'll be out of nowhere.
And I'm like, let me go ahead and ask you some shit at a fucked up time like that and see how your reaction is gonna be.
And even if we do, we don't get answers. It's why would you ask that? And it ends right there.
I don't know right now. Like,
maybe you watching something on
Isn't the car the
TV.
best time to have those type of conversations?
I think it is if you're on a long drive. That's why long drives are good.
No.
It is. Long drives are good. You have a conversation. You might argue, but by the time you get to where you're going, as long as you're going somewhere fun.
I disagree because if you ask me, like, if we have a 4-hour drive and you ask me one of those questions in the first hour, the next 3 hours, and we stuck in the car together.
I have mastered the ability to dissolve like a conversation that went left. I can steer it back right now.
Ooh. Okay, so give us an example then.
You have an act to do with your lady?
She asked you. Yeah, if she
Okay,
asked
so-
you, what would you do with whatever?
Well, it's not really the what if questions.
Okay.
It's just like just a conversation goes left. You know, turn into an argument. Like sometimes, like as a man, you just sometimes got to be like, all right, my bad, I fucked up. My bad. And whether you really feel that way or not, right? Just
It'll end the
But here's the thing.
Just
Even if you do do that, because I do get that. I've done that many times before. But after a while, if you do it enough, some of those come back to you, and you,
no, they will.
They'll come back to you, and you said you did this, and then eventually it gets into
wait a minute,
another
depends
argument.
on what it is. I'm
because-
never gonna accept anything like that.
And sometimes, and I've done it a few times, I'll be like, I said that so you would not be mad at me. So, you know.
If you say that,
See,
like,
that's like a rare occasion.
So
though.
now you lied to me?
That's in my head. Lied to me.
No.
or
So you
sometimes,
think the opposite of what I said.
or
When
sometimes,
it's trying to kill an argument.
sometimes you just gotta do something silly. You be in the middle of an argument. Hey, you want a sandwich? Sometimes she'll like smile and giggle at you and say, "You're really not that bad."
Yeah, you're
You're
not really
not that
upset.
bad.
Yeah,
Not that
there'll be a
bad.
little smirk you get. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you like.
why are you acting like this, saying that all this shit? Like, you
Oh
don't
yeah, I
mean
be
it. You don't mean
turning.
it.
I
You
be
don't
turning
mean it.
arguments
Yeah,
into.
You're fine.
I dissolve arguments. You
Yeah,
you
we
want a
love each
sandwich?
other.
You want a sandwich? You want to watch something on TV? No, it's just like okay. But if you want a sandwich, I can go get you one right now.
I can make you one.
I can make you one. I make a good one.
I love it.
I make
Okay.
a
They just
good
get
one.
real
I'm
pissed
getting all in
off.
that, like,
And then that whole train of thought is
It starts to
kinda like
switch.
She know that she's mad at something, but she don't know what she's mad at.
And she just realizes, I'm really not that mad. And you can't tell her she's
Well,
not
that
that
spin-off's
bad.
like 50-50
I have a
too.
question.
She'll either get mad because you're trying to change the subject, or like
If she gets mad at me, if she gets
off.
off of what she's mad about and gets mad at me for asking her for a sandwich when she's mad, I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'll be like, you know what? I'm baby, look, baby.
in the middle of this,
Okay.
asking me for a fucking sandwich.
Baby, I'm sorry.
Look, we're
Look,
trying to yell at you about these balls you left on
I
the
will
floor.
never ask to make you a sandwich during the argument again.
I love it.
She's just gonna look at you and be like, bruh, like what you wanna do? You can be mad all day, or we can eat these sandwiches.
You know what? That's very fucking smart.
Like you
is.
gotta make up
God.
your mind, bro. Make up your mind. You want this sandwich?
I am kind of hungry.
No.
I swear.
You got turkey.
Sandwiches.
If she denies the sandwich, offer something else.
You want something to drink?
Tacos.
Thirsty? Tacos?
Tacos. You
No
never
lady
go wrong
will
with
ever.
tacos.
Yeah.
Tacos, ice
You want a
cream.
shot or something?
I don't know. I'm
Blunt.
I'm for real gonna put
You
you
want a massage?
in
You
memory,
like you need a massage.
she's snapping on you right now. I'm gonna hear Kane be like, "Hey, sandwiches, bro." Like it's gonna be like a thought bubble.
Yeah. Sandwiches.
That's deal breaker from now on sandwiches.
Except
Sandwiches.
You want a
tacos. Just
sandwich?
think tacos.
If your girl's mad at you, sandwiches.
Just add
So
just
do y'all
offer some
think-
food.
So you said something right now, and that about Damn, I forgot. Never mind. Y'all took too long.
We got another segment.
Do you find it? Do you think it's easier for a guy to admit they're wrong or a girl?
A guy.
A guy.
You know why?
They answered that right away.
I know.
Because we're able to hold ourselves accountable for things that we do wrong. Benefit of the doubt.
Because you got to be a man, you have to do that.
Well, not
Sometimes
even that.
we'll
Benefit of the doubt. There are times that we do not own forward because of pride, but eventually we suck that shit up and go, you know what? I was in the wrong for that. My bad. But we're not gonna, like, most of us are not going to, unless it settles an argument, gonna claim to something that is false.
Yeah.
Because then we have to hear about it later on. Well, you said you did this. Well, I didn't really do it. I was trying to end the conversation.
Yeah.
Then why did you say that? Because whether I said yes or no, it was only going to be one answer.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
She already saw how that was going to play out.
Exactly. She already premeditated how the conversation.
You ever try to hug her during an argument?
Even if it's like something that you both don't believe, it's still gotta be like an explanation.
Nah. Hey, look, they hate it, but they like it.
They do.
Not my girl.
Come on, bring it in.
My girlfriend.
I'm just saying.
My girlfriend tried to start arguing with me when it comes to
They be like, oh,
laundry.
you're trying to dismiss my feelings.
You think? You think?
We still talk
You
about
think
it.
we intend to hold on to grudges more than guy or not admit when we're wrong?
I think that's 50-50 because I know some dudes who do that. I know some dudes who hold on to grudges and it'd be like, damn, nigga, you still mad about that?
Yeah, I know women that hold on. I can't be one of those holding on. No.
I am a victim of that too. Because sometimes I would just like it wouldn't be an argument. It would be an argument. Yeah, okay. It's an argument, but I would sometimes I would just stew and I'm just like, what could have been different? What could have said otherwise? How did we come to how did I come into this? And then she'll actually look at me and like. She does worry because I just look so fucking pissed. Like I want to kill a bitch right now. Because I'm just sitting there just like,
damn.
Yeah.
You're right. Fine. She'll just try to apologize. Like, no, it's not your fault. I just need to sit this out. I'll be fine. I'll cool down. But yeah, like it even happens at work. She'll try to start an argument. She tried an argument with me on laundry. I'm just like, don't bring that shit in my room when I know for a fact that you got like piles of clothing underneath your fucking bed that you. I told you 5 times.
I got the answer for you, Sauce.
Just hug it out.
Because that's not really what the fuck she's mad at. She's
mad at something else. She's just pointing that out.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, let me ask you what y'all mad about.
No, we do know that. Because if you are mad at something, you're going to find something else to be mad at.
You got in a fight on Tuesday. She's pissed off about something that you done on Friday.
And
then a whole bunch of other shit stacked up in this, and then pressure bust.
You want to know how to make her feel real bad.
And it could not even be your fault. She just wants to have somebody to blame, so she'll find something that you did wrong.
So I had a whole breakup over that same shit, and then to find out the next week it was some shit that I
know what you do.
All but shit.
When she start pointing out stuff like that,
but it was those draws.
Just start crying.
Oh God, no.
Just start
a chick
crying.
like me would be like, this fucking seriously.
She said, start crying.
Just start crying.
I don't know how good of advice this is.
I can't be with a man that's more bitch than me. Sorry.
So what that means is you want him to argue back.
I want you to communicate. Ain't no crying.
Right.
Don't you want an emotional man? Or does you got some emotion?
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yes. Have some emotion, please. But
don't.
You can cry, but in certain.
But we can't cry.
We need to know what's going on.
If that tear come out your eye, it's over.
You can cry. It's okay.
If you see me start crying,
what is this stigma here?
Nah, some girls, some y'all ladies like.
Y'all is like to cry when I'm angry. Like
when y'all angry, y'all say some really fucked up shit.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You gotta make her laugh.
Because they go for their emotional place.
We go for the juggler.
Let her do it.
In the middle. I'm like,
in the middle.
It's always shit that we stew on too. It's always shit that we stew on too because they'll say it, they'll walk away.
I wish y'all could watch me and my wife get into it.
But that's not what I meant.
She say something mean to me, I'll be like, and it's over. She get to laugh and I'll be like,
I didn't see that.
Did you really just say that to me? And she starts smiling. Yes, I did. And I'll be like,
it's like, fuck you, fuck. That's why you pissed in the bed last night.
Damn.
You got your voice right there, like, damn,
man.
Who's pissing in the bed?
My wife, she can't be mad at me, bro, because I be playing too much. I play too much, man. I get to dancing.
Oh, hell no. I used to be like, I don't be like that.
Yeah.
She don't even want to try it.
Yeah, y'all should fucked up shit right in front of the homies.
We've been together for 12 years, bro. All I do is clown all day. So when she get upset, I'll own up to it. And it's like, okay, I didn't own up to it. I'm not perfect. I fucked up. Why are we still doing this? Oh, all right. Now it's time to play. You want to stay mad? I done already told you I messed up. Fixed it if I could. Now I'm gonna start bullshitting. When she say something stupid, I be hitting her with all, get the dancing and shit. Come on, can I get a hug? No, I want no hug. No, you gonna get this hug. Come on, you gonna get this hug. We already did this. We done. You don't have to keep going with it. You don't have. I mess up. Play as fuck up. My bad. You know what I mean? Now we can just kick it.
Let's move on.
If it gets heated, just do the baby boy method.
I play the bongo to make up for
my
wrongdoing.
Do some wild shit, man.
And it ain't no instrument either. It's her ass. I just play
oh shit.
Nice. Well, whatever works.
I'm just like, I'll be like, babe, I'm sorry. I lay her down, and I'm just like.
You have to like outweigh it. Like, is it really worth it? Like,
sometimes you gotta show her it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Own up to it. I mean, sometimes women like to keep going because they really want to bury you in that.
Yeah, they're like, if it might not be a big deal to you,
but
it is to me. And
I'm sorry.
Feel some type
my
of
bad.
I hear that comment all the time.
I didn't already own up to it. Now I'm gonna start playing with you.
Right.
Now I'm gonna start playing around.
Good.
Yeah, we gonna turn this into a joke.
It is.
I definitely do that. I'm telling
Let's
you.
go into Muzzy on the news because I'm getting
We're running the longest show so far.
This is the longest episode.
I'm about to start getting who you with texts. Oh, she's worth it. Wait a minute. I'm over here with Muzzy and them.
Yeah, look, we like
What's a Muzzy? What's a Muzzy?
Who is Muzzy?
I'm waiting for that one.
Oh, is she?
I want to hear a homie hit me up from a message with his girl saying, "What's a Muzzy?"
Who is she?
What's a Muzzy? Who is she?
Oh, she's worth it.
She has long, luxurious blue hair.
Luscious locks. It's Muzzeline.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Muzzy's fuzzy news. Well, first on the list. Phoenix Police Department says a man called for help, saying a burglar tried to get into his home, and in the incident, the caller ended up in handcuffs. In a social media post March 1st, the department stated a man calling a report of a possible break-in finds himself in handcuffs instead. While the officers were searching his home for the alleged burglar, they located 6,000 pills of fentanyl, 392 grams of meth, equaling to $4,685. According to police documents, the incident happened on February 28th around 6 p.m. around Roosevelt Street and 15th Avenue. Police say that the subject, John Habinson, allowed the officers to check out his apartments for signs of the burglar, but instead of finding the burglar, they reported finding a large quantity of drugs in plain view. The drugs were identified by the police as fentanyl and meth. They also had drug-related items like a scale, plastic bag, needles, and other things. He was booked into jail in suspicion of several drug-related charges. He is soon to be released after posting a cash bond for $50,000.
So he was just selling some dope.
Yeah, what happened was he probably thought somebody stole some of his drugs. And they were in the house, but his drugs were out in the open. So, logic.
He was high.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't get high on your own supply.
I'm calling to make a police report. Somebody broke into my house and stole my narcotics.
Somebody stole my meth and fentanyl.
Damn.
Eric will be down there.
My phone has 2%. That'd be my sign.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for before you leave, can you let everybody know how they can find you on social media?
Yes. Just the Empress on Instagram, _the Empress. JUSTTHEEMPRESS. Everywhere, justtheempress.com, YouTube.
And thank you so much for joining.
Thank you guys so much.
It
Energy
was a
was great.
pleasure.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Be safe getting back to Atlanta.
Yeah, and before
Yes,
you
Wednesday
leave,
I fly back.
I do want to share something that I didn't know, but a Houston rapper was killed in Atlanta this weekend, so be
I
careful.
know, and I knew some people that knew him.
Yeah, Chuck Trill was killed this weekend. He's a Houston.
Yeah, I was like,
rapper,
whoa.
so
He came to
Texas
surprise
is
his
having-
brother. I know his brother. I was like,
Yeah, the only reason I saw was because I saw that Little Flip is doing a whole visual for him in Texas. So.
yeah, that was fucked up. There was a lot of highway shootings, so yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna go to the shooting range when I get back, actually. So whole little class. Gotta stay protected.
Get you one.
Of course.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's my time to
Alright.
roll out.
Okay.
I know it's a long show.
And Kane, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook. I got DJKANE 100 is my Facebook. Instagram at DJKANE 100 as well. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm gonna be.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much for coming down, boss man.
No problem, bro.
We're looking forward to the next event. While we're doing this, we'll finish up what we're doing. We got like 10 minutes left into the segment. Police in Sri Lanka say that they arrested 2 people in connection with the death of a 9-year-old who was repeatedly beaten during a ritual that they believed to drive away an evil spirit. The 2 suspects, the exorcist and the girl's mother, appeared in court on Monday to hear for the charges of the girl's death that occurred over the weekend. Police say that the mother believed her daughter had been possessed by a demon and took her home of the exorcist, and so a ritual can be performed. Police say that the exorcist first poured oil on the girl and then began to hit her with a cane. When the girl lost consciousness, she was taken to the hospital where she passed away.
So that's the mom's story, and she's sticking to it. Wow.
Yeah, she was possessed by demons.
Alrighty.
So a New York woman is investigating a hole behind her bathroom mirror that went through a proverbial looking glass and made a startling discovery. An entire empty apartment behind her bathroom window. Who chronicled her story in a TikTok series of videos. She said she was investigating the source of a cold draft in the Roosevelt Island apartment. She tracked the blowing air to the bathroom mirror. She removed the mirror and discovered it was hiding a large square hole into a dark room. Curiosity killed the cat, and she went in and she climbed through the opening that discovered a room that was part of a 2-story vacant apartment. She said that she explored the whole residence and finding only trash bags, an uninstalled toilet, and an empty water bottle. She was kind of expecting there to be somebody, especially with the water bottle being there. Hartzode said that she was sure that the door was it was a door to an unfinished apartment that was locked before making her way back to the own residence. She said that the front door was vacant to the vacant domicile that was located elsewhere in the apartment complex from her home. She said she contacted the maintenance to patch up the hole. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, is that Muzzy's next?
I got one more.
Oh man.
And then a clip. So a man of the U.S. Virgin Islands attempted to hire a hitman while in jail against witnesses who planned to testify against him in trial. According to the release of the Department of Justice, it was unnoticed to him that the hitman was a federal informant. Delroy Thomas, 30 years old, was sentenced to 15 years in prison, a $3,000 fine, and 3 years of supervised release on a murder-to-hire plot against the witnesses. He was already jailed for second-degree aggravated rape charge. According to DOJ, Thomas called the fellow inmate at the Golden Grove Correctional Facility and multiple times to see if he could help eliminate 2 witnesses impending the Superior Court case. So, yeah, some Carol Baskin shit.
It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
What the hell is going on here? What?
Hold on.
I don't even want to know what that was.
So, this is the clip of this is the clip of the week, and what it is basically this car is running away from one of those electricity wheels. because it's coming at him on the street. So let's give a tap into this. And the guy just ends up running. Yeah, it's a spool. So basically, that spool came out of nowhere, and instead of like letting it hit him, he started backing, going in reverse, and dipping off in his car. So that ends Muzzy's Fuzzy News.
And/or Harry.
So what do you rather, so we can get out of here?
Would you rather eat half cooked food or half burnt food?
Half burnt.
Half burnt.
It depends on what it is. If it's a burger, half cooked, definitely. I like my shit medium
That's
rare.
Then I dare you to eat a half burnt
I like it brewing a little bit.
It has to be everything, either half.
You're right. You can't specify.
You can't specify what the fuck you want.
Okay, then probably burnt.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
You can.
Burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in most situations, I think I'd rather have it burnt than undercooked.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
I don't want to die.
Especially my chicken.
Oh, I will never eat raw chicken.
Well, shit.
You shouldn't.
Well, shit,
You shouldn't.
Just requested a half-ass burger now. Shit's like, what's wrong with the half-ass chicken?
I love
Chicken salmon, yeah, that should
Right.
be
That chicken better still be clucking by the time it gets to my table.
I'll eat my burger medium rare.
Yeah.
I like my shit cooked, you know what I mean, certain way, but if I gotta have that shit one way or another, it's gonna have to be burnt.
Yeah. I'll take that.
You, Sauce?
Burnt.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But then I'll have to say goodbye to some good sushi though.
You said it's half burnt though.
Half burnt.
Only
yeah.
half.
So it's not all the way burnt.
True, but
It's like half.
It's like a half
It's like
burnt
half of the
marshmallow.
food is burnt, or it's kind of burnt.
half the dish is
I love
burnt.
sushi.
Half and half sauce.
Oh well, shit. I mean, you just eat the good part then. Shit, yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us on episode 31. We had DJKANE 100 in here. Just the Empress. Shout out to RTU, Respect the Underground.
Shout out.
We this is the Morning Roast. We are out of here.
Deuces.